Guess what, George? You're not untouchable either. And when I'm done with these I'm putting my full attention on you, okay? That's what I'm saying. Y'all went too far. When I'm done with Noah, when I'm done with the other one, the big one that's dropping probably next week, my full attention is going to you, George. Like the Eye of Sauron. I see you. Yeah.
Yes, I can.
And I know your whole thing. You act tough. You're like, oh, I do psyops.
I think that if this video ages well, of course the video that Ethan uploaded with the coach, I think it'll go down as one of the most scathing YouTube drama streams ever, probably. It's already, I think, fastly approaching 1 million views, if I saw it correctly, or it might have even have crossed it by this point. But I think if it ages well, it'll go down as one of the strongest drama streams I've ever seen. Again, there's a lot of spoken word testimony in it. There's a lot of things that would need to be vetted. There's screenshots that could have been shown that weren't, so we're being a little careful on this channel about it. I think reasonable skepticism is probably good. If those things check out, and if there's more corroborating stuff, because we've seen a lot of corroborating stuff so far, if there's more of it, I think it'll go down as one of the best streams ever. It was just nuke after nuke after nuke, bombs dropping the entire time. Update: Minx wants to fight Froggy Fresh and claims she was dropped from Creator Clash. I don't think she got kicked from Creator Clash. I think she got kicked from did she get kicked from Creator Clash? I actually don't know this lore. I thought it was one of those cards with Keemstar, one of the ones that I went to. I don't remember when that had happened. The stairs kicked her? Yeah, when she got kicked from the Creator Clash, she's talking about physically with like 2 black eyes, dude. I think she fought in Creator Clash 1, and then after that she didn't fight again, but she fought for Keem's company, so maybe that's the case. Maybe they didn't want her back, I don't know. I was unaware, but she wants to fight Froggy Fresh now in the first gender-bending card. And I think that would be awesome. I would be totally fucking down with that. 100%. Thank you. Oh, thank you for supporting the DeOrio charity. We'll get to why we need that in a couple of minutes.
Nicholas, the GOAT.
Vito in the chat. Thank you for asking Bo Blacks the question about why he sold his car. We did very good off of that. Willie's in chat too. Willie's here as well. Froggy would be known for either beating up or losing to a woman. Yeah, you can't really win that one. All right, moving along. Ethan ponders if Anisa has a problem being honest. I dug up some old Anisa clips here. I need to show you this. This is really fucking funny. Pretty clear by now that she, to put it charitably, has a problem with being honest. These are 2015 Anisa messages. My mind won't change. I came from a cocaine-run dealer-supplier family. Guns. They were not meant to defend anything other than protect themselves from other businesses from taking customers. And by that I mean they killed the customer so they wouldn't buy. So I guess Anisa's saying that her family is like a bunch of fucking either mafiosos or fucking drug addicts that shoot people in the streets over like with drug crime. If there's any police department that was investigating her dad, maybe this is like a important thing to... dude, if your dad is shooting people, or if your family members are shooting people in the drug trade in your local fucking area, why would you go on Discord and tell everybody about it as like an influencer? It's horrible business. Yeah. What is this? Remlore? Tesla Inc. More. This looks like a graph of Ian's career trajectory since he met you. Oh no, dude. Yeet. What the fuck? Matt Lieb tweeted out, Israel has worked tirelessly to make the answer to do you condone Hamas go from yes to be honest, I kind of get it. Does GMM and Rhett and Link support Hamas is the question that Ethan asked. And now I got a bunch of clips of this guy. Actually, before I get there, I want to show you some of my independent research. So in a segment, I was talking about how Anisa used to be a booby streamer, and she came onto Leafy, was talking about fucking Leafy on social media, and she had gone on and talked about how Idubbbz is like a pathetic loser, and she's gonna break up with him on Discord and stuff, and her history wasn't necessarily super positive. My argument that I was trying to make is that before she was a pornographer or an OnlyFans model that only incels hated, she was already kind of disliked for being a wannabe groupie among commentary YouTubers. There was never a time where people liked Anisa Jomha, but she was relevant enough that it would have come up if they did, you know? Like that would have happened, like people would have talked about it, right? So I had gone back looking for a clip for the stream just to like articulate that she was a booby streamer, and I found this one, and it's not really what I wanted.
The guy, Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo, Mr. Oreo.
Wait, is Anisa claiming her dad is Muslim King Von?
Now this is massive news.
Yeah. Now I was looking for random clips and I'm like, well, this is after she got the boob job. So it would be post the time that I was looking for. But I still wanted to hear what she had to say in this clip. And it was totally by chance on a website full of clips for her channel that I heard this.
It's just like the whole unfortunate situation of Israel and Palestine. But it's like it's like a whole thing, right? It's not, like, it makes me sad when people say things like that, because I think it's like, it's not, I don't think that they don't like each other. I think that there's just a lot of pain and misunderstanding that's going on.
Really, a lot of pain and misunderstanding in the air. You know, I don't know, there's something about Anisa in this video that just seems more understanding about the Anisa that we know today. I can't put my finger on it. I'm not really sure what it is, but she seems more reasonable when she's discussing it here than she does in current day. To be fair, that was actually, like, that's actually legit. Her words are more reasonable than the one she has now, aside from the obvious joke. I also stumbled across this. I have to say, this is probably the worst clip I've ever seen of Anisa Jomha. Unfortunately, it lags a little bit, but there is no archive without the lag. This is the worst clip I've ever seen. If you're a longtime fan of Ethan, you're a longtime commentary viewer, you will immediately know why this is retarded.
Lion Maker, whatever his name was accused of pedophilia. Like, it
I always do the possible.
Wow, what a way to start the clip. What a way to start the clip.
Lion Maker, whatever his name was accused of pedophilia. Like, it gave me a lot of anxiety because.
Okay. All right, you and Mudahar need to, like...
yourself careful,
dude, wait.
On Nicholas
Wait a minute, wait, whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Do you
Whoa!
think Anisa charged her boob job and removal to the Creator Clash Fund?
I heard some rumors about what was
Is
charged
Dark
to the
Web
Creator
EU a
Clash
virgin?
Fund, but
No,
I can't tell you what it
I'm not.
was.
Why would
Let's
so
just
many
say,
people be
let's just say
Googling that?
between me and my
Hey,
chat, I got some more
reformed
intel
former
today.
Dark Viper and Mudahar fan here. Here are the reparations I owe you for
Thank
supporting
you,
those
thank
two.
you.
Anyway, thank you for making my job more bearable.
I appreciate it.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick DeOrio.
Yeah, between
Mr.
me
Oreo.
and my chat, I've heard some more intel today, and it's awful. It's not even about Ian and Anisa. It's worse than that now. It's about stuff that still matters.
Lion Maker, whatever his name was accused of pedophilia. Like, it gave me a lot of anxiety because I feel like a lot of it is based on a lot of fiction and not a
Okay, dude, every time I unpause this clip, it gets worse. I actually can't. Every time I unpause this, every time I pause it, it's worse than the last fucking pause. Holy shit, we have to break this one down individually, I think.
To give a big
So why do people, thank you for the gifted, why do people look up to God and thank themselves for not being like pedos or something? Obviously that's not what she's doing here, but the Mudahar one was funny. But like in this clip now, she's saying that like dude, all right, but first of all, chat, we can give her something to go off of. Maybe this is before the allegations were confirmed, right? Maybe, just maybe, this is before we had known for a matter of fact, okay? Stand back.
Lion Maker, whatever his name was accused of pedophilia. Like, it gave me a lot of anxiety because I feel like a lot of it is based on a lot of fiction and not a lot of fact. And like, if the person really isn't as bad as people think it is, which most of the time they're not, then you're just watching people rip apart somebody that maybe doesn't deserve it.
This is a bad clip, dude. Thank you, No Way, dude. I appreciate that. Anisa is the queen of the harpies, true.
As much as, like, I don't know, it's just sad seeing somebody get ripped apart that hard.
It's sad seeing Lion Maker. Again, if all this happened before any, like, substantial proof was shown, I could understand a bad original take. Who hasn't given a bad original take, chat?
Yeah, Leafy was one of them. That was hard to watch getting ripped apart.
Oh God, isn't your husband the guy who did it? Wait, what do you mean it was hard to watch Leafy get ripped apart? Why is every fucking second worse?
As much as, like, I don't know, it's just sad seeing
God,
somebody get ripped apart that hard. Yeah, Leafy was one of them. That was hard to watch getting
oh no,
ripped
dude.
apart. Yeah, I haven't seen it, Googles, but I mean, I believe you, but I don't know it. Like, again, it's like, that's YouTube videos are okay, let me.
All right, guys, I'm sure this is the end of the clip. There's no reason why there's an additional 10 seconds here, or I guess 20. What the fuck? Unlock that with X? No, get out of here, X.
Put it this way. YouTube videos
Uh-oh, somebody has donated bits and they're not to me.
are never sincere.
Well, Lion Maker went to jail for pedophilia. I urge everyone to check out Colossal is Crazy's interview with Lion Maker.
Dude, she got mauled by TTS, bro. After the whole rant. Well, that's good and all, Anisa, but Lion Maker got fucking sent to jail for being a pedophile. So I actually think you should just watch Colossal's interview he had with him. So that timestamps this after the Colossal interview. That's crazy. That is so fucking... Yeah, look at her fucking face while it's saying it.
Went to jail for pedophilia. I urge everyone to
Dude, she's like fucking frozen. It's not because of the buffering.
Went to jail for pedophilia. I urge everyone to check out Colossal is Crazy's interview with Lion Maker.
Holy shit, dude. That's crazy. So that was one of the other ones that I found. I found a couple of good clips today. I think I did very good for myself on this one. Now let's get back to some of the Beazle stuff here. This is really good, bro. This is really fucking Kino content. Beazle started posting the... what's this guy's name again? It's a Simpsons character, right? Melvin? Oh God, what's his fucking name? Millhouse. So Millhouse was covering this. We didn't really cover the snark response, but a couple of funny posts came out from the Millhouse reaction, so I figured we'd check these out.
Like, stupid point to make. Your footage was shit, lady. They needed someone to fucking salvage it. All right?
Why would they need... Wait, I'm so confused. Why would they need to salvage footage of a documentary they still didn't make? Does that make everyone's footage shit, or was it that the people who were doing it blew up their own event?
It ain't my fucking fault. Look at them wearing their fucking merch. Like, that's what's funny. You know what I mean? Look at them. They're so ready to sell stuff. They're wearing...
What are you wearing? Are you wearing a fucking... Oh, it's your hair. I thought you were wearing a beanie. Why does your hairpiece look like a beanie?
Wearing the merch. They're wearing the...
I thought you were wearing a beanie and a purple shirt to look like Ethan Klein.
Hoodie. They're wearing the t-shirt. They're sipping out of the mug. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is their time. This is their time to make up for the lack of clout that they got because of Creator Clash. It's time to make up for it. You know what I mean? Like, stupid.
Is that a hair system? It kind of looks like a hair system. You know, you got like that little... It's actually farther back than it appears kind of peak right here. And like, it doesn't necessarily match. It doesn't really color match. Is it a toupee? I can't tell. It might be. I don't know. To be honest, the clip really didn't yield that much of a worthwhile investment of time. So I'm interested. Is this like a hair system? If this guy posts a video pulling his hair, I would really appreciate that.
He should get fucking sued. You know what? Honestly, my advice to Ian and Anisa, if you guys watch this clip, you should watch this interview and you guys do a reaction.
It's so funny. These guys immediately just say, "Oh, wow, they have lied about you on the internet. You should sue them. You should sue the fuck out of them." It's so funny how none of these guys actually have any principles at all whatsoever. They can't even navigate the singular drama without like stepping on themselves.
To this word for fucking word. You guys should fucking watch this and react to. He should get fucking sued. You know what?
That's so funny. Beazle. I hope content creators keep in mind that other content creators are watching their actions. You aren't just talking to your audience when you tweet. Just remember that. We won't forget. We've got fucking Anonymous here before they hack the PS3, dude. We will not forgive. We will not forget. Shout out Beazle. Beazle's been clipping shit like crazy. Lots of good stuff to check out with him. Oh, man. Thank you. That one didn't go off. As a Russian Jew, Hellbent said, I recognize I have committed treacherous crimes. Please accept an EHD Wiggler as a gesture of peace. I haven't had a chance to check my DMs. I'll take a look in a little bit. Thank you. Okay, so we got a little bit more here.
I learned that there was a House bill in Washington State trying to pass House Bill 1455 to end child marriage. And so when I learned of this bill, I thought to myself, even though it had been 15 years since I escaped my prison, like this is a chance for me to come forward and tell my story. I sent, so Michael and I went to Olympia in Washington. We met with politicians. We lobbied to support the bill.
So is he going to talk? Okay, he is going to talk. Okay.
Olympia in Washington. We met with politicians. We lobbied to support the bill.
Sorry, no. I mean, look, obviously sympathy for child brides, but like if you.
Guys, listen, sympathy for child brides, but fuck these guys, dude. Fuck that. What, dude, you want to host Ultimate Rape Review so bad, dude. You really do. It's so obvious, bro. You want to take my IP and run with it.
Again, you're going to grow up to become an adult bitch.
Holy fuck, that was good. That was good. Jesus. Let me get to the last couple of little things here. This is one more. And then we'll get to the George strike. Thank you, George, for striking me. 3 years ago, I found this post while I was researching for the edit that I was doing for the video, and I thought this one was interesting. You might find this funny. Here's a post saying, Idubbbz' trainer. Am I the only one worried about the trainer's lack of hard credentials? To be clear, he might be great. I don't know. I just worry that this guy isn't as good of a coach as he thinks he is. I worry that Ian isn't progressing good enough as he could be. I worry that he could be an okay coach, but not a trained professional level coach, and Ian would not know the difference. I would have preferred someone with a name in boxing, and I don't understand the confidence without a proven product fighter he's trained to point to, and that doesn't even touch on the game plan or his ringside ability. So, like, people in the thing were saying that the trainer sucked because he had nothing to prove, and now the trainer has responded to this saying, like, Ian didn't even show up to fucking train. Ian didn't even like boxing. Ian's wife made him get thrust into a sparring match that made him freak out because his coach was acting like his dad or something. So people are like, yeah, I'm not concerned. It seems like he's been respectful in taking both the event and the sport seriously. I'm not worried about his intent. I'm worried about his ability to get Ian ready. Like, this one guy really wanted this fight to be good. I recommend you go read all this. It's actually pretty fucking interesting, but someone wrote, is that Anisa? Even the speech pattern seems similar to how Anisa would post. Huh. Listen to H3's podcast with Ian. They discussed it all thoroughly. The boxing podcast he did is more of my point. The host says, you're at a gym without any pros? Oh no, basically. Didn't know there was another one. Well, I don't know. Ian is taking it seriously, though. It's a really big journey, and having a pro trainer since the beginning with low entry skill is improbable. It's also about the dynamic, and the coach seems fine to me. Yeah, taking it seriously is super important. I just don't like that every time AB's coach has brought up, the reaction is, oh, damn, that dude is legit, or it's one of the best schools in New York. I'm just surprised Ian didn't seek out a more proven commodity. It might just be harder to find in Seattle or wherever he moved to. Could you imagine if this is actually an Anisa alt and I didn't even realize it when I posted it? That would be so fucking funny. That's my new favorite schizo theory, is that Anisa was trying to, like, brigade the audience on Ian's trainer and get him to drop him. Wow, I didn't even think that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that I didn't even know that was a possibility when I posted, but it's a fun schizo theory to think of. When you gain the breadth of my knowledge and wisdom, you will know better. Thank you, Billy Mitchell. We're gonna check out Billy's video today, actually, when we get through the Ethan Hasan Destiny stuff. Now we're gonna talk about George. I wanted to show you this clip. It was a very popular tweet. I'm pretty fucking sad about it, if we're being honest. It's a big shame. I wanted to make it my new channel trailer. Clearly, the asked and answered. It's been fucking DMCA'd off my Twitter by Bad Empanada. Bad Emma Panda has called in the Gestapo to mow down my fucking dipshit live stream, I guess. I don't know. He didn't just strike me once. He struck me 3 times. In fact, that one's going to go down right as I'm talking about it, which is crazy. It was already down, but I hadn't scrolled that far. He filed 3 DMCAs on me for responding to parts of his video.
I am digging this CC stuff. Anisa contacted that Wade boxing guy, and he made another video.
So, just to be clear what these clips are, because I'm not going to play it on my YouTube channel here, this clip was a 30-second clip of me showing his reaction to my URR intro. If you guys don't know, Bad Empanada has just recently published a video saying that I am like a rape reviewer or whatever, a rape reviewer, and the whole video, mind you, but while this guy is like lobbing legal shots at me by using DMCA to take my shit down, the whole video is just intrinsic trait attacks, which is extremely funny. It's literally like, here, he does a show called Ultimate Rape Review, and he is very fat. He's a very fat person, and he does Ultimate Rape Review. So the whole video is like breaking YouTube's TOS, which is extremely funny because he goes after me legally, but whatever. So he posts a 7-minute video, and the entirety of it is just like, yeah, literally, hey, look at this intro. Hey, he's trying to hide it. Hey, look, he's a fat guy. And I posted a couple of clips of it because it's really funny. But in the beginning of this video that I just showed you, where is this? The first 30 seconds is what I posted to Twitter. So if you go to his YouTube channel right now and you click on this video and watch the first fucking 39, 40 seconds about, It's just him silently reacting to my Ultimate Rape Review intro. He says at the beginning something like, Nicholas DeOrio hosts a show called Ultimate Rape Review, and he just sits silently watching my content, and then he struck it. This clip right here was like I think it was like 32 seconds or something. Shortly after that, he lied to everybody saying that I was trying to hide it, so you actually had to search. The guy didn't even do any research. If you go to my main YouTube channel, right, if you actually just go to Nicholas DeOrio on YouTube right now, you'll see that, like, not only am I not trying to hide this, it is a featured playlist. Under my videos tab, you can go watch all of the episodes of this series. They're in order for you. They're numbered even. I think, can I make this an official series? Let me check. There's a whole playlist here that you can access. I think you can make this like an official series, just to be clear. No, you can't. Oh yeah, it's set as the official series for this playlist. So that's cool. You can just check that out. It's on my YouTube channel. It's literally right there. Oh, I hope you upload these comments. Which comments? Can't you get his address if you challenge the strikes? Here's the fun part. I did him a super solid, because I said if anybody sends me like a crazy email, I'll just fucking post the whole email. I don't really care. In this case, I omitted the email. I didn't leak his email address, or not his email, his actual address. I think his email is in here, but it's a YouTube email, so who cares? I actually cut his address out of this, but his address was listed on the email. So this is the DMCA that he had sent my channel. Actually, I didn't even get through all the different clips. I gotta be honest, I don't remember what the third one was. I think it was just... Oh, you know what the third one was? The third clip was him just doing intrinsic trait attacks. So it was like, all Nicholas does is like target so-and-so and so-and-so. And then it was like, oh yeah, he targets the bottom of the barrel, fucking visual, da-da-da. And then he's like, and Nick's fat, like right after. It was really funny.
Nicholas, the GOAT. Thank you for the $5,
Again,
my man.
oh, here. It's right here. This is the video. Okay. Yeah, it was 38 seconds. You saw that, right? This one, oh, it's not going to load. Media not displayed. Oh, you know what's even funnier? Because he struck the whole tweet and not his content, he struck a screenshot of my own YouTube channel. That's another thing. When I look at it on my end, I can't see that. You can go check for yourself. He struck this screenshot, so when I go to open it, it's fucking media disabled. He literally struck a picture I took of my own video. Crazy. Absolutely insane shit.
Nicholas, the GOAT.
I think if I refresh,
$5,
it'll go away, right? No, it's still here. It's cached on this browser. But when I looked on my other browser, I couldn't see it. Let me check. So again, people are like, why don't you talk to Bad Empanada? Why don't you interact with Bad Empanada? It's because Bad Empanada is a complete bad faith actor who, the second you even encourage him at all whatsoever by posting a clip of a video where he slanders you to Twitter, he'll just fucking strike down your... He's invested in getting my account banned, which is crazy in a video that violates YouTube TOS. But yeah, he struck a picture of my shit, of my own YouTube channel. Here is it, not cached. This is what it looks like on your end. He struck my own fucking picture. That's cool. Appreciate it. So it wasn't enough to just slander me in a fucking YouTube video. Then he had to like try to take my Twitter down. But again, I think his video is fine. It should exist. I encourage every single one of you to go and watch it on his YouTube channel. That's all you. If that's your thing, go for it. Be nice. Don't get me in trouble. But of course, I'm not gonna go after a critical video. I'm not gonna retaliate by striking anything off of his fucking stuff. It's crazy. And this one is literally, he's actually trying to hide it. There's a pinned comment, so it's correcting something in his video. He struck this one as well. No impact there. But the real hypocrisy here is everybody's calling Ethan a huge piece of shit because he's striking things on Reddit. Like, he's filed multiple DMCAs to cover up clips on Reddit, and all of these guys who defend Bad Empanada act like Ethan is unhinged for trying to do this. That it's like it's a line you cannot cross. When Ethan is arguing that people are saying it's like it's longer segments and stuff, and Ethan's arguing that like these are watch and replacement type things, so they're encouraging people not to watch the original video, regardless of what Ethan's argument actually is. These guys say it's fucking invalid, like it's invalid, you can't do it. But then when somebody clips one of them, they're gonna strike my content. That's crazy. That's insane. Again, I went over this is fucking 3 seconds of Bad Empanada, 35 seconds of me down. This is fucking 30 seconds of bad empanada with a caption that corrects something he said, down. This is the only arguable one, because I didn't put a caption here, so I'm not even necessarily sure what part of the video it came from. I think I know, but I don't know. But that one's also down. And a picture of my own shit's down. So I had gone and I posted the full takedown thing. I think you could see it right here. Bad Empanada filed a DMCA on my Twitter because I laughed at a video he made on me. And yeah, it's all 3 strikes. You can see all 3 links to the tweets I just showed you. That just checks out. You can see it right there. If you want to contest removal, which I'm not going to bother. This guy just wants my address. Clearly, this is an intent. This is to get more information out of me when I file a counter notification. Twitter doesn't even handle counter notifications well. It's kind of a waste of time. So there's not really much I can necessarily do here. Thank you guys for hitting the goal, by the way. You guys have earned another goal. So it just goes through everything here. And then the copyright obviously is him. I guess it's possible somebody could have been impersonating him, but it claims the email came from something that I imagine he owns. I imagine he owns the badempanada@gmail.com URL or whatever. So I assume that is him. It happened pretty fucking quick too. If it's not, I will absolutely apologize for it. If you can demonstrate that this was not sent to you or as well, or this did not come from you. But I got to be honest with you. This guy lies about his own identity so much online. I actually don't know if I would believe him. It would be cool if it's not you for you to get these, like send in something to get these things revoked or whatever. That would be cool. But I'm pretty sure it's him. So yeah, I thought Ethan Klein was unhinged for striking clips, and then I wanted to let everybody know that I will be funding a legal defense right now. I'm setting up a pinball and Rolex defense fund ahead of the cross-planet Bad Empanada legal battle. Obviously, we're sending our strongest soldiers into war, all the way into planet Argentina to find him and serve him so we could start
Nicholas,
this. So thank you guys so much. Every dollar that you send to me won't go to a lawsuit like Keffels. I'm thinking of doing an Indiegogo campaign to fund whatever watch I want to buy next. George isn't even his real name. I don't really care if it is or not, to be honest.
Nicholas, the goat. I appreciate that.
We need to start a Rolex fund stat so we can get this thing going.
I am the subterranean sultan, the underground usurper, the troglodytic tyrant, the Khan of the caves. You all are welcome in my kingdom, and you all shall have a place of royalty within my limestone walls. Even you, Nicholas.
I just think this hypocrisy is insane. I think it's crazy that they went and did this. So, yeah, that's Bad Empanada. I recommend you watch the video on his channel. I'm not going to risk it by showing it here, because,
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Then I probably would have to file a counter notification, and it can get my revenue knocked down for a day, so I really wouldn't want to have to deal with that. I'm trying to keep the ship going, you know? It's what he wants. Yeah, 100%. I'll take the L on this one, I guess. But again, I think it's so brazen.
Nicholas, the goat. Thank you for the $5.
I think it's brazen because there's a guy, he's barely hanging on. He's somehow still not fucked on YouTube, right? Makes a video firing a billion intrinsic trade attacks to me when I've got like a larger audience.
I recommend.
And then he goes and strikes me for talking about it.
Video.
That's like an insanely stupid move. Thank you, Atlantis Pup. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's the George drama. This is like a summary. You can find this on Yeet's Twitter. I'm not going to read through it here. But if you didn't watch the whole Ethan Klein coach stream thing that he did about it, you can just go through and check out the Spark Notes. It goes through like every individual allegation that was levied by the coach about Ian and Anisa, the shitter in chief, Ian Jomha. Now we've got a couple of other things to look into, unless this guy wants to strike still images, then I'm fucked anyway. I have a bunch of Creator Clash 2 vlogs that I want to check out. I don't know, we're not going to watch the whole thing here, and we're probably not going to watch the whole thing of this one either, but what you get here is a bit of a look into what types of people were flown out and served at Creator Clash, and I think you're going to find this very interesting right now, because you get some behind-the-scenes looks at the type of influencers who the charity money paid to bring out here. I've been told this is very funny, so I definitely can't wait to see it. Immediately it seems like we pick up in the hotel, so I'm a lot of people shot vlogs of what these parties were like. I've never seen them personally.
We're gonna go to this cocktail party, see how it is.
Be nice to Amanda. You know what's funny? Amanda from Swell Entertainment, I actually met at a boxing match. She was sitting in front of us when I met Def Noodles and Wavy at the Nashville event. So I did meet her at a boxing event. I have nothing negative to say about her specifically.
And then the show's tomorrow where they punch each other. I flew to Florida to watch people get punched in the face.
For charity. Why does this look like the worst frat party possible? Jesus, this is awkward.
Guys, we having fun.
I thought that was Anisa for a sec. I got completely tripped up. So this is the party. This is what the cancer money went to. You can see every dime. Wow, guys, that looks expensive.
How are we feeling about tomorrow?
Guys, how much charity money is going to fucking kids with cancer, dude?
How are we feeling about tomorrow?
Where's the money? Sheesh!
Hey guys.
And this is Creator Clash 2, by the way. This is not the one that sent money to charity. I made sure when I clicked it.
Do you think you're gonna take the W
That's at the pre-gala or the post-gala? There were a lot of fucking parties, dude.
tomorrow? Or?
I think I'm gonna take the W only because
Remember, Ian regrets 0% of this, and Anissa's the happiest she's ever been in her whole life.
my coach says I will.
And your coach, John. So, John, how long have we been training?
She's got it. We've been going hard probably, what, 9 months now?
9 months.
Were you at this event IRL? No, Augie and Bo Blacks were. I was not.
5 days a week, 12 hours a day.
Guys, I gotta be honest, I work for a living. I can't take all my vacation time to go to YouTube events. Apparently only, like, only some of it, okay? Only some of it I can use for YouTube events.
This is insane these days.
It's weird.
I need actual vacation time.
Like, we have unconventional training. Like, I wash dishes, I sleep, I vacuum.
Right, yeah, there's actually been a lot of crumbs, like, over the past few days since you left, so.
I've been tired, but I'll pick it up after the match.
Holy shit. All right, let's get a little further in here. I want to meet some new faces, dude. I did see Casey Tron shows up in this. Dude, someone actually cared about Casey Tron enough to give her a plane ticket? Is that, like, or at least a hotel room?
Hey, Ethan, are we excited for tomorrow?
So excited for tomorrow. I'm gonna punch his lights out, and then there won't be lights.
I don't know who that is, Shaq. Can somebody give me some names for these people? I need some names to these faces.
You guys are playing for a Team Rocket box on offense.
No, he
A Pokemon?
said. Oh, wait, did he tell you that?
No, I made that
That's a new owner right there. No, somebody chat wrote, oh, he owns the event now.
Possible.
Dude, is that Derek Jeter? Holy shit, it's Derek Jeter! Oh, it's not Derek Jeter. It's just some bald guy. Never mind. I thought it was Derek Jeter. Never mind. I thought it was Derek Jeter. It's not Derek Jeter, is it?
Okay, fine.
It's not Derek Jeter.
Who the hell was that?
That's Fousey too. Yo, dude, every bald guy looks the same, dude.
Snack break. We're in the lounge, guys.
Guys, look at all that skinny pop right there, dude. Dude, the kids with cancer would have loved that shit, dude. Skinny pop is fire, bro.
Having some snacks.
Oh, shit, dude. What is that, the wheel of snacks over there that the cancer kids can't have? Keeping it just out of reach so they can't get to it?
We got some Bobos.
Ashley's been cursed.
Bubba tea!
Up a storm over here, guys, and flicking.
Dude, the charity would have loved those red chairs, dude. Dude, you gotta walk around like Harley, right? After Harley found out that they weren't getting bonuses on the day of the fight, he said he was going to these parties trying to, like, figure out how much everything cost before he realized that it didn't go to charity either.
Constantly. There you go.
She has not stopped talking about how much she fucking hates you.
She can't stand me. Anyway, guys, Skinny Bob popcorn's really.
They're not even finishing it. Like, there's still some fucking dust in the bag. They're taking this from the charity. They can't even finish the dust in the bag. Is that Amaranth? I can tell that backside from anywhere.
Good. Not even sponsored.
Amaranth, dude. I don't think that's Amaranth. I'm kidding.
We're making a vlog.
Dude, woman with red hair. Amaranth, that's her.
Hey guys, we are the last crew in the
we made it.
The
Guys, this party be bumping, dude.
Lounge.
It's Morgue Pie? Oh, it's Morgue Pie?
latest video.
fuck, dude. There's the other. What's the other person with red hair who'd be upset?
On 3, we just say we did it.
Can we say charity on 3, chat? Charity on 3. This looks like the card when Yugi is talking, where they're all doing the hand thing at the. What is it? I think it's called Unity. The Yu-Gi-Oh card Unity. Hold on, wait. They should call it charity. Unity card. Dude. Dude, they should make a fucking edit of this where it's this, but it's called charity.
1, 2, 3. We did it. And now we're going to bed because we're tired as fuck. Good night. Sick.
Hey, are you vlogging?
Yeah.
That's sick. That's so sick.
You excited for later?
Yeah, I'm very tired.
Wait, is later another party or is it a fight? I actually don't know what later means. Wait, how many of these we're gonna see, dude?
But I think the adrenaline is gonna pump me up, dude.
Dude, she's gonna go crazy at the next gala.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, dude, she's got corn rolls too. There's lots of corn rolls there.
Wait. Guys, we're in historic Tampa where they got Domino's.
Yo, you know we just got a whole crown of broccoli.
All right, let's move up a little bit. I don't know who these guys are. I don't know who Chris Melberger is. Kind of crazy. His name's Melberger and he didn't get a cheeseburger. Now we're back at the hotel. I feel like I know who that guy on the left is.
I'm feeling good. Is she a fan? Did you watch my channel?
You're feeling good? Who's good?
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah.
So a lot of crazy stuff going on at this hotel.
You're in a few hours, you're going to be getting this thing punched. Are you excited?
That's Drew Gooden? Oh, he's feeling Gooden right now. Got it.
Nervous?
I'm pretty nervous.
Yeah.
Like, I'm nervous, but like I'm anxious.
Yeah.
It's like, I know Ethan's been training.
Yeah.
I've been training like every.
So they're fighters. Moving up, moving on up. Who else is here?
Give Bant a new.
Are you actually vlogging?
Yeah.
Like I'm a sweaty piece of shit.
Yeah. Guys, I had to give Bant a new shirt because the one he wore the rugby tee in 90-degree weather. Where the hell is the rugby tee?
Oh, I thought they were boxing. It was just because it was hot outside. I can't talk shit, dude. Cali's gonna be fucking hot as hell. Last time we went was like October, I think, right? I don't think we went in the summer for COVID year. Oh no, maybe we did. I don't remember. Nice room. Yeah, this room. Ooh, guys, I gotta be honest, dude. This room looks really expensive, dude. Doesn't it? Is that all for one guy? Is one guy staying in this large, luxurious? Some would call it a suite, you know.
We're gonna be. No offense.
Is it that much?
It's
a fancy room. I'm saying, look at those curtains, dude. That looks expensive.
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick DeOrio.
Thank you,
Mr. Oreo.
It's more like creator ass.
This is what he's gonna get knocked out by. Right here.
There it is. Pants is walking around out there.
Dude, look how big. Dude, you got the TV on the arm on the wall. Oh, shit, dude.
I can't drink tonight.
Yeah, you can't drink, Chris.
Well, yeah.
Ian regrets none of this, by the way.
The arena.
Oh, shit, dude. Wait, what is that? Is that a fucking tour bus? Are they dropping the fighters off by bus?
All the people in line, and there's a fuck ton of people.
They're on their way to the senior trip right now for adult high school.
Just all over the place here. Look at this VIP lounge.
Dude, the Fansly VIP lounge, bro. I'm actually fucking weak, dude. Yo, dude, can we kiss at the Fansly VIP lounge? How much do they pay for this?
Ton of people just all over the place here. Look at this VIP.
Oh no, dude. Wait, are you saying that that's Louis McClung? Are you saying that that's Louis McClung right there? I mean, that is how Louis McClung. Yeah, I don't know. I can see it.
Lounge. What the hell? Sheesh. Have I been here before?
No, it's not Louis, to be clear.
Add yourself Keffel's tweet.
Okay, is this
Nicholas
DeOrio?
Keffel's appreciated the show.
Dude, can we kiss next to the Fansly gloves? This charity boxing event.
Are you filming? Yeah, I'm filming that. Drinks are free. You know what that means?
Oh my god, it's got an open bar. It's got an open bar! Oh no!
Free or what's up? Yeah, are you filming? Yeah, I'm filming that. Drinks are free. You know what that means?
I do know what that means. Dude, the kids with cancer would have loved that beer, dude. The Make-A-Wish Foundation would have loved to give those kids with cancer that beer.
I'm kidding. Come on.
Holy fuck, dude.
Look at
all these seats, dude. It looked the same during the main event, so I've heard.
Sipping my beer. Look at this.
Gotta get some of that free beer, dude. Woohoo!
Place. This is so sick.
Dude, that's what it looked like. It's probably what it looked like for the main event. Harley's showing me this screenshot being like, dude, they sold out the fucking Amalie Arena, bro. They sold out the fucking Amalie Arena, bro.
Guys, are you seeing this?
You made it.
He did. Oh, that's a sick shirt. Market's dope. Nice.
It makes me feel like I drew it myself.
That's good.
All right, so there are people here. We can't be too big of dicks. They sold a decent chunk of seats, guys. I'm seeing some empty chairs, but it looks like there's quite a few people here. All right, you can't be too mean.
Nicholas!
Wait, is that the fucking game theory guy?
He is a robot both in the ring and out of the ring. Canonically, that is true. That is actually part of the
That is true. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry.
Dude, fucking Matt Pat just showed up here.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm keeping all of that in.
Yeah, no, I think that's perfect.
Thanks.
However, from a canonical perspective, I don't know how this works into the overall lore of the Dad Feels
I just
channel.
saw Keffel's tweet.
Oh my god, dude.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffel's appreciated.
Oh, is that Alana? Is that Alana Pierce fighting right now?
Nicole Lips DeOrio. Will you become my Haruspecs? The augur of my dungeon drama. The people of my caves need you.
Fuck yeah,
It's
dude.
become rather lawless.
We're going to the
down here.
caves, dude.
We need some Long Island.
We need to
Roman
retreat to the
ruthlessness.
caves. We've gotten
You
struck
are
on
needed,
Twitter.
Nicholas.
I always do the possible.
Wait, remember the dude? Holy shit! Remember the Mr. Beast woman? You're so fucking right, dude. Whoever just said that, you're so fucking right. Imagine if Mama Bear showed up right now to meet Matt Pat, just like to stalk him out front of the building. That would be amazing. Do not show Mama Bear that Matt Pat attended this event.
Land more hits than your opponent. For charity.
For what? I'm sorry. What was that?
Land more hits than your opponent.
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Do you remember the crowds during COVID? Cartoon characters.
Yeah. For charity!
Land more hits than your opponent. For charity.
Is that who said that?
Nice. Come on, Alana. Try for the uppercut. Let's go, Mika.
No, dude. Oh, fuck, bro. Fuck, bro. Oh, God. Mika's rhetoric is here. Oh, shit. Yo, newbie from the Discord, thank you for making this picture. Gives you and your event a +2 protection from criticism, but a -1 resistance to actually donating to charity, bro. Holy balls. That's good. I appreciate that, newbie. Thank you. Wait, I gotta see when my boy Crash Bandicoot comes out, dude. I can't wait. Crash!
Oh! Really nice job from both you guys.
They were both going at it, but five straight.
Who is that guy? Who the fuck is that guy? Wait, he's right here. Are we gonna see like an up close and personal with Crash Bandicoot?
Hey, Jack. Hey, Mark.
All right, I don't really. We can see the fights on YouTube. We don't need to watch the fights. Oh, no Crash Bandicoot.
Giant party over there. $80 worth of dominoes because I don't feel like going in the giant party over there.
Oh, guys, second party. So wait, there's a party the night of Creator Clash, there's a party before Creator Clash, and there's a gala after Creator Clash. That's great. And now he bought $70 of Domino's pizza. Surely that's not paid for by charity. I imagine that was out of his own.
Dominoes we got, man.
This might be the first thing the charity hasn't paid for.
I can't. You have food. I can't.
Hey. You're getting your fucking cancer all over my party. Can you please stop harshing our mojo? Kid, I'm trying to party over here. Can you stop fucking rolling that guy around while he's doing fucking chemotherapy? You're really harshing my vibe. We're trying to do fucking therapy over here. Get the cripples out. We'll do the handicap basketball game tomorrow.
Penny Guy Games. Let us know how the pizza is.
It is 10 out of 10, and I haven't had it yet. Yeah, actually, you know what?
Hey, take a slice. Do a quick little
Here we
nibble
go.
right there. Let me know what you think.
9 out of 10. Look, we're good.
Okay, thank
Dude.
Is that
It's Dave Portsoy. Holy shit. So that's just more hotel hijinks. Uh-oh! What's going on here, dude? Who the I thought that was Hasan. Dude, I was looking at the corner of my eye. I'm like, bro, it's Hasan!
Here we are, guys, at the
Dude, the iconic gala, bro.
gala. We got S-Fan, Jarvis, and Amaranth over here.
Dude!
Nicholas!
Leonhard.
The goat.
There she is.
Thank you for the $5.
Very, very nice. Very, very nice.
So what's the plan?
We're gonna do a lot of cocaine.
I love charity so much.
Very,
I love charity.
So what's the plan?
We're gonna do a lot of cocaine in the bathrooms, and then
That's right.
we're going to Disney World.
Absolutely. Who's driving?
Somebody.
The cancer kids.
Hopefully. Until next time.
Is that the corpse husband girl? I'm not seeing a nose ring. That's the only reason why I don't think it's her.
I'm just seeing this. Dude, you look like a Red Dead
Is that the comedian? Oh my god, we got a live look at the comedian.
Redemption character that escaped into GTA 5. What the fuck? I'm trying to find Chris. I want you to be my lawyer so bad. Where?
Oh, is that Lauren Southern's sister?
Just so happened to be the best song in the world. It was the best song in the world. Look into my eyes and it's
No, this is I assume this is not the singer. This is probably karaoke.
see 1 and 1 make 2, 2 and 1 make 3. It was destiny.
Harley, bro.
So cringe.
Is this even claimed? Oh, hey guys, here's a list of the Epstein. Here's the Epstein list of everyone who attended. Rip Mika, Ashley Roboto. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That was not a good mistake. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that. It was not on purpose. Holy shit, dude. I apologize to Ashley Roboto, dude. Holy fuck. Cat Scratchin'. Ethan Nestor, Ollie Speed, Leon Hart, John Noob, Banthony, dude. Max, Drew Gooden, Samich, Nandri, Berry Bebop, Peach Jars, Jessica Negri, Jarvis Johnson, Ted Nivenson, Matt Pat, Nakey Jakey, Eddie Burback, Idubbbz, Anisa Jomha, Pay Money Wubby, Alukes, that Kenny guy, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, Gab Smolders, a Stefan TV, William Haynes, Amaranth,
Nicholas,
Marisha
the goat.
Ray,
Thank you for the
Matthew
$5,
Mercer,
my man.
Dad Feels, Adriana Botez, Alana Pierce, Hasan Piker, Harley Morenstein, Critical Role Foundation, and lots more people I probably forgot, dude. Holy shit. By the way, how many tweets from those people did you see promoting this gala?
They do, bro. So no, but during 2020.
The good part is I've got another one of these, so we'll see from a different angle.
I just challenged Smosh.
I just challenged Smosh to a drinking contest? Is that what you said? Crazy, dude.
I just challenged Smosh.
Oh, to Creator Clash 3, dude. I just challenged him.
Can you get out of the way? I'm trying to film.
Guy, yeah, get out of the way. I'm trying to fucking ID these people. Interesting.
Don't give me inside of my mouth when you're trying to give me.
Casey Tron! It's fucking Casey Tron!
Some stuff.
Don't give me inside of my mouth when you're trying to give
Jump scare!
Wow.
Dude, this whole event is a nightmare blunt rotation. I gotta be honest, I don't think there's like a single YouTuber here other than like Harley that I'd want to meet. And if you asked me this year, like the year when this happened, I think I'd probably still agree with that statement. Minus, I actually probably would just say none of them.
We're sober, by the way.
Go back, it was Doolittle? Well, we're trying to do more. Doolittle? Is that Amaranth right there? Am I seeing fucking Amaranth? There's a woman with red hair! Is that Amaranth? Is that Jake, the back of Jake Doolittle's head? Is that who it is? Back more?
What's
the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter.
Jake Doolittle! Is that him?
Mr. Oreo.
Idubbbz didn't even top the list of his own event. Absolute comedy.
Is that red hair? Knee surgery tomorrow? Go back farther? How far back is he?
What's the name of the guy?
Is he dancing with his
Keemstar
lupus?
Orbiter? Nick Oreo. Mr. Oreo.
Bro, so no, but during...
Not farther? Behind the red-haired glasses girl. That looks like fucking, wait. Forward?
Can you get out of the way? Trying to film some stuff.
There he is, that motherfucker! I can see the top of your head! Never stop stopping, Jake Doolittle. There he is! That's that motherfucker! Dude, I feel like I'm going through Epstein Island lists right now.
We're sober, by the way.
I'm not. Hey, Ethan. You heard it here first, guys.
I keep thinking this is the guy whose wife left him to do a gangbang. Who the fuck was that again? The politics guy? The politics guy whose wife left him and got pimped or something. Fucking... Oh god, I forgot.
What do you want?
Hey, I just want to say your dance moves were really cool.
Hunter Avalon, yeah, Hunter Avalon.
Got a lot of footage.
I just want to say your vlog came out really well.
Thank you guys so much.
I just want to say I don't know what your vlog looks like, but I will when this comes out.
I just want to say if you're watching this vlog, please subscribe to Chris Melberger on
Dude, please subscribe to Chris Melberger, yeah. Who else is here?
Shane Top.
Yeah.
Oh, great. No, don't.
I thought that was Hasan too, dude. How many Hasan Pikers are at this event? Did you say, wait, Bob 7 was here? Where was Bob 7?
Sorry, I'm just here. I'm challenging Shane Top.
Yeah.
Oh, great. No, don't.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
The fuck? Amaranth, bro, there she is.
Let's get some ones in the chat.
Wait, who has the longer roast?
Had two. Afterwards.
I think Amaranth ran off with Anisa's implants. What is this now? I assume this is just dinner, right?
Nicholas DeOrio.
Anyone else want to spin some?
Shout out.
Slap John.
Jake Doolittle walking up to everyone at the gala like, so you support charity, huh? Well, let me tell you.
Let it go down.
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Yeah, there's probably nothing at the dinner.
Appreciated the shout out.
We're just in the moment here. We're just in the moment. We're gonna walk around. We're in the moment. You know? Just walking around in the moment.
I don't know, like, unless you're a vlogging YouTuber, I don't know why anyone goes on these trips or whatever, and he's like, I'm gonna shove a camera in everyone's face the entire weekend.
What's the name of
it's
the
gonna be
guy?
great.
Keemstar Orbiter. Nick Oreo. Mr.
I would never.
Oreo.
I think the first time we're like, oh, we should do a
recommend watching
podcast.
Nicholas
Fuck
DeOrio.
that.
You could have milked that so much harder. I just saw Keffel's tweet. Isn't this that one Keemstar Orbiter? Ooh, no, bro, what am I gonna do?
Oh.
There's a KFC in Yemen.
You know what's funny? It's funny you mention that because somebody saw me tweet that video of Anisa.
Nicholas DeOrio.
If I scroll really fast right now, tell me that doesn't look like Keffel's. Look, I did it really quick. Tell me that doesn't look like the Keffel's, like the thumbnail meta she was using for a while when she's like, I was like assaulted or something and she used that as the thumbnail. People were saying, someone wrote this on the tweet saying it looks like Keffel's. I thought that was Keffel's for a second. If you scroll really fast, that literally looks like Keffel's.
Shit, hi, so my name is Casca.
You can't bring anyone anywhere.
Wait, Froggy Tonic?
Very used to seeing Jedi have
What? What just happened? I don't want to see Jedi use a purple lightsaber. Where's Froggy Tonic? Oh my god, comrade! Comrade! I think this is fucking false advertising. Hasan's not in this VOD. No, go back. I'm concerned trolling.
So my name is Cat Scratch.
Oh, that's Cat Scratch, guys. I don't know, let's keep going. Is there anything else here?
Sure. Yeah, right now. One pickle.
Is that Froggy Tonic?
You down? Sure. Me.
What is a pickleback?
Sorry. They're good.
Oh my God, I love pickleback.
Or is it
sponsored by Domino's Pizza?
Alright. I imagine this is like the last thing we need to see, right? Got him. So now we got another vlog here. This one's from Swell Entertainment, Amanda. So Amanda kind of goes through her thing. I'm not going to steal her thunder and show her whole overview. We're just kind of here looking for the... Oh, wait, what is this? A whole segment on parties?
Worry about. Oh, did I talk about the security for the party? When I tell you, these people were like motherfucking Batman. I kept seeing them on balconies and I was like, are they gonna start singing like something from the Phantom of the Opera? Like, is there a zip line? Hotel that the press conference is, and where
because at this point when she made this video, I don't think she knew the event made no money.
Fighters were they booked out the entire hotel.
Amanda's super cool. Yeah, I met her in real life. She was very like normal, which is a great compliment for a YouTuber.
For the fighters and their families, and they're a couple of +1s and VIPs, which I think is very smart, considering it's my understanding that last year a bunch of fans kind of found out where the hotels were, which I mean, I guess technically I was still in that category at that time. I'm in a weird limbo stage. I talk about this sometimes. I'm at an existence where people know who I am, so when I show up at events, they're like, oh my gosh, it's Swell, she can stay, but I'm never in someone's mind when they're making the guest.
All right, but where's the party?
Okay, it was massive, big crowds.
It was what? It was what?
And do you know what else is massive?
Okay.
All of it's my understanding that this is how it works, is that you go up the stairs and there's two sides that you can enter into, basically. That's where you go through.
All right, so this is not, I don't know. I was seeing if there would be anything here about the party stuff, but we do have Dad versus AB. Well, so these are the fights. Do we have anything in here? Oh no, I thought there'd be more of the parties and stuff, so that's kind of a shame.
Or bruised or something, but I think he's fine. I don't know.
Oh, Alana Pierce. Alana won her fight, right? After party? Is there after party? After party. Let's check this out.
Opinions. After party was back at the hotel for the event. We just walked. Now the after party was actually in the bar/restaurant area of the hotel. Not even the lobby level, like below the lobby. And then there was the creator lounge area on the lobby side that I guess was just there for the hotel as well.
How much do you think this cost, dude?
The space was occupied for the gala that's happening tonight while I am at a wedding. So then
oh my god. Wait, she's filming this whilst the gala is still going.
Therefore, what I'm telling you now is that I will post a bunch of photos of me looking gorgeous for my friend's wedding. So if you guys want to Photoshop me into any of the gala photos, I will not be mad.
I don't think you want to be in the gala photos, just to be clear.
If you also want to Photoshop in like Leatherface as my date or something fun like that, I'm cool with that too. It was my understanding that the gala, a lot of people did not find out about it until like a week ago, aside from the fighters. No idea how it's going to go tonight. Obviously, I can't review that part because I'm not there. But wouldn't you rather have that like before the event? Because then no one's been punched in the face, you know? Like some people are bruised, some people are exhausted. I don't think anyone was concussed. That was my understanding. Someone thought they may have cracked a rib, but apparently they're fine. It'll be interesting to see how that goes. After party was a little cramped down there, but they had
a little cramped down there. Way too many influencers showed up to this.
Pizza and like pulled.
Oh, pizza and wait, what?
Pork sliders that were
pulled pork. Oh wow, wow, God, the kids would have loved that too.
Pretty good. There was an after party.
No, she's not affiliated with Creator Clash.
That no one's
earlier in the video she explained she wasn't even like invited, but she got to stay.
Seemed to have any information about, because throughout the night was like going up and it was like, oh, are you going to someone? Do I say the name? I'm going to say no. I'm sure it's out there, but I'm just going to choose not to. Are you going to so-and-so's party? Someone else was like, yeah, apparently people are there already, but like he's here. Like he's downstairs. He's networking. Eventually he did leave.
Oh, networking. Wow. Lots of networking going on.
Go to his own party. So I think a bunch of people started moving over there. So
yeah, wait, how come Anisa had pork at her event? That's kind of odd, don't you think? Why would Anisa have pork at her event?
We went over there and I set an alarm for 2:45 so that I could get a lift.
If one person can get me a picture of her swallowing a fucking pork slider, I would love you for life.
Back to my hotel to finish packing to go to the airport. But I
imagine she'll just say I didn't have any.
Out there for like an hour and a half, an hour 45, talked with a bunch of people more. It's the really fun thing about events like this in general, like any form of creator events. At the end of the day, this job...
Is that a euphemism? No, it's not. It is absolutely not a euphemism. I don't know why you guys have like this on your mind.
So solitary that events like this where everyone can come together, especially for a good cause or even just like to support your friends who are fighting or creators that you like who are fighting. It was a very fun event, very fun weekend.
I recommend
Again, disclaimer, she didn't know. She's not affiliated with the event.
And there, I don't know, it's inspiring in a way because you just get ideas when you're around other creators. You know, we're talking about creating, talking about what people like in their lives. You know, it was really fun meeting a bunch of people. And then it's always crazy for me as well to like meet massive creators that I watch coming up to me and telling me that they like my stuff, which is just really cool. Everyone did good fights. I'm definitely in the edit portion. I'm definitely going to rip into some of the fights, but you know how I am. I have to. I'm being honest. Yeah, as far as future events go, despite what Alex said, I don't think Ian needs to fight again if he doesn't want to. If he wants to fight, absolutely go for it. Going into the final battle, I was like, Ian needs to either win or there needs to be a draw, because then if he wants to keep fighting, because I have no idea what he wants to do.
Yeah, no, it turns out he'll just host the next event, even though this one lost no money, and just not be on the card. That's all him.
To do. If he does want to keep fighting, then if the next Creator Clash 3, if he does fight again, then some idiots on the internet are going to be like, this is a vanity project, you know, because people are ridiculous, which I mean, if you don't
They're correct, by the way. It is.
Care about that, then ignore that. You know, do whatever you want. Very fun event. I'm excited for Creator Clash 3. I don't think it needs to be bigger. I think this
Yeah, guys, I think we should go bigger. That's the big takeaway that I got from this one.
Good sign.
She didn't know, all right? She didn't know.
Okay, I think this is...
Does she know? No, this is the night. This is literally the night of the gala. There's no way she could have known, because the claim was they told people during and after the gala, so she wouldn't know.
I'm sure it was a nightmare to put on. I think if you try and go bigger, that is where it will crumble.
Yeah, the thing is, she didn't know they were already over the line. This is very good advice, assuming the event that she had watched had gone well. But yeah, no, this is like, they're already crossing that line.
Not that this is designed to crumble, but I think that if you bite off too much more than you can chew, then there's issues. And
well, if you're going under the assumption that the event was a success, this is good. Like, this is fine, right? But finding out later that it had already failed, it seems like the things she is saying here came true earlier than she expected them to.
That's what we see with a lot of the other fights, the other events that go too big too fast or too big immediately and then can't pay venues and things like that. I just think keeping it at a size like this is a good idea. I don't know what the pay-per-view was yet, but I mean the venue was great. Very common chant of twist his dick, twist her dick. Honestly, I think that's the most inclusive chant we had that night, because the fighters don't know whose dick you want twisted. They just know you want a dick twisted. You could be rooting for them. You could be rooting for the opponent. There was a good back and forth.
So I think you should watch the Swell Entertainment video to find out more information if you're interested in the fighting. But we actually have a couple more things we want to do before we go into Billy. So this was the reaction to the... I wanted to see some tweets here. This is like the public reaction to the big unveiling of the coach's testimony along with his wife. So the stuff that happened recently. I want to take a look at this Internet Versus video.
Position right now.
If you're not subbed to Internet Versus, I mean, he's bald now, so he's got that thing going for him. But I recommend you check it out. It's as good as Twitter Versus, but it's not run by a psychopath.
Position right now. Over on the H3 subreddit.
Actually, it's better than Twitter Versus because he's not like molesting your ear.
Oh, Mark Ab.
Bo Black's like right in your fucking ear hole. Oh, awful, gross, horrible.
O2 posts, Ethan smile at the end. Man realized he struck so much gold he is unable to speak. Attaching this clip.
But then what happened afterwards was horrible, because then we went back to the hotel and then they were eating at Denny's and they said we need to have a meeting. So I have to go to Denny's, and they pretty much then talked about how they were going to have to fire me because I reminded Ian of his father when
every clip of this is nuclear, dude. They're going to have to fire me because when I yelled at him, it reminded him of his childhood trauma with his dad. And it had to be at a Denny's. Someone messaged me from like IRL and they're like, why is every event meeting for the entire boxing thing occurring at a fucking Denny's?
Oh, and Mono DD says, can't make this shit up. Yeet also posted this same clip with the caption, Idubbbz former coach Mike leaks.
I mean, it's, dude, I'm telling you right now, the power couple of Ian and Anisa keep breaking stereotypes. It's the male who has daddy issues.
Insane reason why he was fired. And Nuxtaku replies, bro, holy shit, this is a new level of pathetic. Toby Turner says, so his dad wasn't nice, and he reminded him of his dad. That's normal. People usually...
They're breaking the binaries. Oh, dude, Toby Turner, I can't wait to hear what he has to say in current day.
They don't give reasons.
There's absolutely no reason why I would be a little bit stunned to hear something Toby Turner has to say.
Other than it didn't work out.
Well, the last time I saw Toby, he was doing that song about the diamond sword. I don't know what he's been up to since then.
Sorry. Mistor replies, yeah, bro should not be online for a career. Ron Mexico says, oh god, this Ian cuckery gets worse. E tweets out this clip with the caption, Mike, a former Idubbbz coach, leaks that Anisa was adamant.
Wait, what did he... I didn't even hear what he said. So his dad wasn't nice and he reminded him of his dad. That's normal. People don't usually give reasons other than didn't work out. Sorry.
E tweets out this clip with the caption, Mike, a former Idubbbz coach, leaks that Anisa was adamant about having...
So yeah, this is the clip. I do want to just actually see the tweets though.
About charity. It was always a ploy for Anisa to establish industry connections in the streamer world. And El Cochino says, cheated on her then boyfriend for Idubbbz because she saw him as her way to the top. Always saw Idubbbz as nothing but a stepping stone to get to where she wanted to be.
I would agree. I think that Anisa is very clout driven in the way that she has carried herself for years, pre and post Idubbbz. There's recently a rumor, and I don't actually have this queued up. I think it was announced that they tried to put Creator Clash on Pokemon's birthday to influence some of those streamers from the Twitch community to celebrate it like with everybody else. That's a new rumor that came out. Like they timed it that way.
Be among her peers. Eid also tweets this clip out with the caption, Coach Mike reveals that Anisa talked shit about Ethan and Ela during Creator Clash 1. Apparently she had a habit of talking smack on many people. Leaks story about Ian stinking up the room. Also questions Anisa's commitment to her religion.
Yeah, and
like I didn't
Hold
feel
on,
like
guys.
it was my
I gotta
place.
sit on that for a sec. He stunk up the gym so bad you had to move him away from people.
yes.
Fucking smelly, bro.
Hold on, let me just sit with that.
0.5 hotter, as if like he fucking his breath didn't stink all the time.
I can't believe he's got like a Denny's view, dude. Denny's vision.
But then, like, you had been doing better or something, so they were happy to go on your show. It was, it was vague, but because she would talk, she would kind of talk poorly about a lot of different people, so it was easy to just lose track of it. But yeah, she definitely had mentioned like something about you and Ela, and like, or maybe it was just you, but somebody had done something that had offended her at one point.
I'm
so
sure.
She thought, yeah, so she felt like you guys weren't like good people or something.
Holy fuck, dude. I honestly, dude, this whole thing is worth watching. If you don't watch it from me, maybe it's even better to watch the Raw. Usually I promote myself because, of course, yeah, you know how that works. But the Raw video, even at like a 2x speed to just get through the whole thing, everything is crazy in this video.
But then he would do
Sam Hyde. B. Jones says, I don't know how the hell Ian and Anisa...
Well, they have to debunk it. They have to point out enough of his stuff is false. That's the only way to move forward. Supposedly, the only response that I had seen to, like, all of this was literally just like, hey, so heads up. Thank you guys for being cool about this or whatever. Like her saying that, like, it's nice that I have such a nice community on Discord of not, like, crazy people. You'd think by now if all this stuff was, or if there was stuff that they could easily debunk,
Nicholas, the goat.
they'd drop like a quick response. Not that they're required to, but I mean, they seem like very, you know, gung-ho people who aren't wasting too much time when it comes to shit like this.
How Ian and Anisa try to twist this in their favor, though. Howling Mutant replies, God, how bad does he smell? At first it sounded like he just had some body odor, but now it's like he's some kind of insane homeless person. Is it because he shits himself? Henry said,
Dude, he's got a powerful stench.
I'm watching it right now. This is such a brutal destruction of their fake social media characters and actually revealing their true private beings. I thought calling him a cuck was a joke, but I'm starting to think that he actually enjoys domination and humiliation by her. Then Mad posts cliff notes of the H3 podcast with Ian's boxing coach and his wife, summarizing the entire interview so you don't have to watch the multiple hours, going over every single thing that they revealed about Ian and Anisa.
Who the fuck just said that in chat, dude? He sounds just like Destiny, dude. Dude, you guys just see him everywhere he goes, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, I actually can't. Dude, I think that there are legitimate chatters who are just sitting there, bro, and they're just like, no way, bro. Hold on. They're just sitting there, and they're like, how some of you are. It's crazy.
Anisa in this podcast. Here he credits lapses of the Bepsis, and he starts by saying, Ian hardly ever actually trained and he doesn't like boxing. He took 6
Everywhere I go, I see his voice.
straight months off of training to do the Dax Flame documentary. Anisa butted into Ian's training regime and demanded to be trained as much as Ian was. Ian agreed and said, she trains before I train. Michael didn't charge them extra for training Anisa because he thought it was for charity. Anisa would bring in retarded Twitter drops.
There's no way he's gonna read this entire fucking thing, the whole summary of the entire stream. Connor, what the fuck, dude? This guy's gonna read the entire summary of the stream in the middle of his video. Holy shit, dude. I'm not even doing that. Fuck that. Are there any more tweets in here? What the fuck? I guess it's faster than watching the stream.
As of now, Anisa hasn't directly addressed anything, but she did tweet out Love Diners, posting this picture of her food, and Froggy replies, "You're silent."
Dude, you know what this reminds me of? Did you ever see like the wow, this is a really nice bridge meme? Fueling up before hitting the road for an epic road trip, and it's like the picture of the fucking bridge.
She did tweet out Love Diners, posting this picture of her food, and Froggy replies, "Your silence means something, Anisa." Flubby replies, "Did you have to tell Ian he was hungry before he could eat?" Adam says, "Holy fuck." She went to Denny's and posted it. Boo Hockey replies, "But do you love diners more than humiliating your husband publicly?"
No, she doesn't. There's nothing on. Dude, humiliating your husband is the only thing that brings her joy in life.
It's the same amount that they were supposed to receive as a bonus from Ian and Anisa, but it never got. Attaching this clip.
I want to say here that I, the capitalist, will once again be ponying up for the right cause. It is not right that he stiffed you guys. I'm going to be sending you guys $5,000.
The funny part is they can turn this around on Ethan saying, we didn't stiff them, we paid them, you lied or something. And if it turns out to be true, Ethan would have just fucking got scammed for $5,000. That would be insane. I don't know. I generally believe a lot of the stuff that they said, but that's not good enough for Nick the YouTuber to just go out and say it's all definitively 100% true. All right, what we're going to watch here is a bit of an update by Wade, and then we're going to move on to the next segment. We might watch Willie's video later. I constantly keep seeing people talk about it, but I'm getting at least through the end of the stuff I have planned tonight before I try watching it. Wade Plem has done another update. We actually checked him out recently. He did free work for Creator Clash 1 and 2, thinking it was a charity event, and he's been responding to a lot of the stuff he's been seeing now about Creator Clash 3 being less than what he expected.
All right, folks, so we are back, and as you can see, I am in Orlando, Florida.
And by the way, Wade's World, is this his main? No, it's not. It's still the side channel. Yeah. I thought this was the main channel.
For most valuable prospects, doing my main thing, which is preparing to call some fights this Saturday night right here at the Caribe Royale in Orlando. It is a little fitting that I'm back in Florida for this video, but today we're talking about Creator Clash once again because there's some updates to my last video that I made and some information that came out today that we need to take a look at.
All right, I can't wait to. I gotta be honest with you. Wade's last video is fairly informative. And it was cool because he just shouted my whole Twitter out the entire time, which was nice. That definitely had something to do with it. But is this a lot of... Oh, it's a lot of speaking.
For my last video, and you could probably read between the lines on who sent that to me, but...
Wait, what? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I wasn't aware of, the worse this thing seems to get. But let's break it all down. I'm going to give you guys some information that was told to me, and I'm not going to put names out there or anything else.
Uh-oh. Do we get more leaked info right now? Some leaked info right now from an inside guy?
You know,
I did hear some new stuff recently, so if it's the stuff that I heard, it's nuclear.
People involved. And I'm going to try to give this thing, like I said, an unbiased look. I'm going to give you guys some information that was sent to me after my last video, and you could probably read between the lines on who sent that to me, but I'm not going to put anybody out there, whatever. I'm just going to give you guys what is told to me, and then we're going to take a look at...
Dude, this whole video is weak, and we all know the leakers for the last 8 years. Okay, no, dude.
Ian's boxing coach today was on the H3H3 podcast and said some things that are quite frankly baffling. Again, as someone that's been around the boxing business now for so long and understanding what works and what doesn't, some of this stuff is insane. But we'll get into it because it keeps getting worse.
Alright, so that's the Wade's World intro.
That I didn't get right in the last video because I don't feel like it's very responsible for me to talk about this unless I'm telling you things that I got wrong or I didn't know, that I misspoke about the first time, that this time I come back and correct the record on. So number one of the biggest things around the first video I made was the confusion on where Ian and Anisa specifically and other fighters were getting paid and how the money was flowing from the event to people to charity from 1 to 2 to 3, right? So
Oh, guys, I gotta be honest with you. I have to apologize. I got this wrong. Even though the event itself is extremely hard to follow.
I just don't know how they work. But again, this whole messaging, especially for the third one, around it being a charity event, when none of the proceeds that fans would pay for the fight in general or...
Okay, so he's saying that the video came out now and that, I guess, it's still not a charity event. No, you can't just throw a GoFundMe up next to your for-profit event and say you're a charity. It's just not happening.
Ticket or the pay-per-view or any of that would go to charity. It's a little confusing too.
It's what they said in the very beginning. It is a boxing event with a charity component, with one charity component removed. That's what it is.
But here's some things that got cleared up. I got a message after my video, the last one, and this was what is told to me about how the structure from Creator Clash 1 and 2 is different from number 3. This is the message. Again, I don't want to put people's information out there. I'm sure you guys can probably guess who sent me this, but they said, just so you're aware, Creator Clash 1 and Creator Clash 2 were structured where 100% of the profit went to charity. Creator Clash 3 was the newly structured model where it was a traditional charity event structure.
Yeah, but the profit is after they gave bonuses to every fighter. Like, there's always a but at the end of every, hey, that's great, this money went to charity. But...
where there's a heavy push for fundraising and a charity partner, and then in parentheses, to protect and guarantee...
Even that's not true. Again, you have to, like, dance around what they define as profit. And I don't have an accounting... There's no accounting major here to tell me if it's true or not, because I've banned them all from the chat.
Charity funds, and make the ticket sales for profit so we could get investors. And I don't even know if they want that out public, who the person they were trying to get investing was, so maybe we'll block that part out. But essentially, they were saying, listen, the way that they are restructuring number 3 was not how 1 and 2 were.
Are there any accounting minors? No! Ban them! Ban the accounting minors! That's even worse!
All the proceeds from the...
Dude, Mudahar is looking up to the Lord, thanking God there's no accounting minors in his chat.
The profit of 1 and 2 was told to me now, 100% were either going to charity or meant to go to charity, because number 2 didn't have any profit. They didn't profit, so nothing went to charity, which is super unfortunate. But as I'm finding out more and more, it seems like there's more reasons for that, and just maybe a misplaced or over-reliance on the success of number 1 to build to number 2, and we'll get into that. I think there was a little bit of misjudgment and...
You know what? Creator Clash 1 that we did out of the back of a van really went great. I think we should host the next one in Dubai.
We're spending on things that were not needed, on top of the fact that, yes, there could have been better ways to build. This message says we were not expecting to make any money off Creator Clash 3, especially with the pirating issue. It's just the format because we own 1/3 of the company. So again, new structure, all payments, all ticket sales, all pay-per-views were going to go toward just repaying the event, number 1, and then profit being taken by the investor.
Yeah, that's not what a charity event is. This is horrible. This is not your like your IBS dumping ground.
Company, right? Or the founders of the company, and then potential investors on top of that, and fighters and everything else. But the profit part of that obviously being paid back to...
Wait, Ian. Oh wow. Wait, could you imagine if Ian sent him a text personally, like, Wade, no, you got this all wrong, buddy.
To the owners. And that statement, by the way, is not nefarious. That seems like a pretty legit thing to do. Again, how you restructure, charity versus for-profit.
Nick over here, making me regret my responsible accounting minor I got because I majored in art. Dude, they tried to pull that shit on you and they succeeded. Dude, they were like, Nick, I know you're getting a computer science degree, but you're like a couple of credits away from being a history minor right now, and that could really help you in the future. Okay? Dude, these fucking people are malicious, and these people who are advising you at college are fucking malicious, dude. Who the fuck is an art major with an accounting minor, my guy? That doesn't exist. That's not getting anyone a job. Dude, you don't need a comp-sci major with a minor in history, okay? That's never coming up.
And why one is better than the other as far as charities are made and how they traditionally work, because they kept saying...
His source is Anisa or Ian 100%. It's weird that they're not like, oh, you could just say that you got this from me.
Traditional charity event. I don't really know. So that's something that you guys will have to determine.
Does the minor cost anything? Well, it gets you to, like, do another class, right? Like, you have to take another class.
In the comments. So because of that confusion, I asked just another question just because I was a little concerned with the messaging for this third one and how everything is so vague around, like, what is happening, where money's going, and why no one can get really a straight answer on anything. Although it seems like there is more...
The university offered you a minor.
...of a straight answer.
Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome, by the way. I love this cultivated community.
Now that I'm having it explained, and also now that everything is kind of coming out to the public anyway, but I've simply just said, last thing, I'm just curious, why did they separate the charity from the event when people...
Is this an actual question? Like, now I'm legitimately thinking he's probing Ian for answers here. So I would love to hear the response.
Left. All right, I guess at this point, it needs to be communicated that I'm speaking to Anisa here. Like,
oh, shit! Yo! Holy fuck, wait, it actually is Anisa! No way, dude!
It's not a crazy thing. From what I understand, no one that buys a ticket or the pay-per-view is actually paying...
Wait, we're actually getting an answer to this right now. This is fucking insane. Wade, I love you.
...for a percentage to go to the charity. Instead, it's a different fundraiser. That was something I didn't understand because they're still calling it a charity event with none of the actual money going to the charity, unless I'm misunderstanding how it works. And they said, yes, so traditionally charity events, most, if you look up popular models, are done this way. Okay.
Dude, if you just do some fucking research, you'll see that we're right. Holy shit, dude. What is that the only answer? Are we moving right past this?
I didn't know that, right? I don't know traditional charity events or how they're funded.
Dude, she's like, actually, Wade, you're incorrect here. What you didn't know is, oh my god, dude, sweeping it up for Ian.
Or how they make money, or who makes the money, or how they end up...
Nicholas, the GOAT. Thank you for the $5.
Dude, every charity event just has like a GoFundMe link on it, and none of the proceeds go to charity.
You know, giving money to charity. I don't know that. I always...
Dude, it's literally just a whataboutism, dude. Have you ever seen other shit charity events, dude?
Thought that when you went to a charity...
Yeah, she's just lying.
...event, or you did something for charity, the people that donated to said event or to said cause by buying a ticket to the event, by buying...
And the other thing that you're not... It's not being put into words that, like, this was a transitionary point, right? Going from Creator Clash 2 to Creator Clash 3 is jarring for a viewer because all these people bought tickets in previous years thinking that their money was going to charity because that was how it was broadcasted. There are fucking videos I can pull of fighters who promoted the event saying 100% of the proceeds or 100% goes to, like, yeah, the proceeds of the tickets go to charity for, actually, I think it was even CC3. So even the fighters weren't really sure what was happening, right? Actual fighters promoting the event who were affiliated with the event were spreading misinformation as well. Where is this? Beazle posted this the other day. We showed it, right? They were actual fighters who were just straight up lying about it, or they just didn't know. And you were able to go and see that. Where is it? Real quick. Oh god, there's new clips on Beazle's Twitter. What else is here? Hold on. I remember the stream Idubbbz talked about waking up with an unexplained black eye.
So, I have a fucking black eye. I don't know if you guys can see this. It's a little bit subtle. But I don't know how I got it. I don't know if I was punching myself in my sleep or if the dog did it.
Jesus Christ, dude. If Bad Empanada was watching that, Never mind.
Yourself Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the shout out.
Yeah, and raised a ton of money for charity too.
Yeah, do we know the amount yet?
I have not heard the total amount yet.
Oh, interesting.
But I'm sure we'll...
That's CC2, by the way.
I mean, we'll be hearing it shortly.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll find out. So pretty soon. Hopefully during the stream we'll find out. So yeah, I don't know where Anisa is, but oh, she's there. Maybe she'll come by and tell us later. So.
Okay.
Welcome back to another video. Brief update. I am healed from Creator Clash 2. It was a success.
Oh my... Dude, wait, he actually just straight up lies too? That's another one? Like, you can't believe these guys.
Alex Wasabi beat me up. He won his fight.
Bro, he knew!
Fair and square, and I have all the respect for Alex. He's a good competitor, and I have respect for all the other fighters on the Creator Clash card. And thank you to all the fans who came. It was an amazing event. I'm very happy. Very happy, very emotional. Awesome experience.
What a fucking scumbag.
Charity, everything is for charity,
Everything is for charity. Obviously, this is Creator Clash 2.
Involved in this. They're doing it because they wanted to challenge themselves. They wanted to mix up their shit, but also because it's for a good cause. Everyone is so dedicated to trying to
But again, this is how this was. Even when it all wasn't going to charity, they were still telling you it was going to charity. So then when Creator Clash 3 rolls around and now none of it's going to charity, the people who are buying the tickets are buying it, like the casual viewers are buying it thinking their money's going to charity still. They just are. You have to communicate that extremely well when you're doing such a vast, like a huge switch up with how you're doing, like a Mudahar level switch up, dude. You see what I did there? You have to communicate that really well because it's extremely misleading if you've been doing something a certain way for years to change that up.
Blow past the donation amount from last year, which was like 1.3.
Wait, what did they just say?
To blow past the donation. Everyone is so dedicated to trying to blow past the...
Oh, trying to blow past it. Well, I gotta be honest with you. You guys didn't realize you peaked clearly in YouTube high school, and you'll never reach the same high you had the first time.
The donation amount from last year, which was like 1.3 million or something like that. So, you know, we're trying to crush that. I know Anisa wants to like double that at least. Everything is for charity, you know, everything
is for... What is it?
I just want to say this thing, as Dakota said, everyone's a fucking winner here. We all raised a shit ton of money for charity. This is a great thing, so I thank you all for being here.
Oh, dude, this is amazing.
Anisa and I, because we're 1/3 ownership of Creator Clash the business, that we were getting 34%.
Nicholas,
Yeah, that's
the
from the
goat.
new video.
I appreciate that.
Alana Pierce, we covered this last stream.
Ansia and Ian signed paperwork to not talk publicly about the event when they sold CC3.
I doubt it because they talked about it already.
They told each fighter individuality they lost money in CC2. Ansia feeding people a controlled narrative.
I'm telling you, the rumor I heard today is fucking insane, if true. So that would be fucking... There's more stuff coming, I think. And I said that last time, and I delivered with Harley dropping from the card. Then, what's her name? Lena dropped from the card, and then they dropped. So that was the last time I told you I got intel. This is new intel. Charizard Elena wrote, today I had my first sip of alcohol and a giant Nutella ice cream waffle, and I didn't work out for a single goddamn second. So the people from Creator Clash, after the event failed, went to fucking, what was it, Bermuda? What was their vacation to? The Bahamas. They went on a fucking Bahama vacation. And then this is the one. So one of the most vocal advocates of Creator Clash 3, this is about Creator Clash 3, by the way, just straight up lies in this video about the proceeds going to charity. So this is a problem because she is still like one of the most vocal Anisa and Ian defenders, and she is affiliated with the event. But now when she talks about it, it's not what you'd expect, right? Like, how did this mishap happen when even the fighters aren't sure where the money from cancer is going?
I've done local charity events. Usually a portion of profits will go to charity.
It has
or
to.
donations a year going up to it through advertising and fundraising, and night over you have something people
Dude,
can buy.
if the proceeds,
auction,
wait, if
merch, etc.
If the proceeds aren't going to charity, then you're just doing like a fundraiser. If no part of the event cost goes to charity, it's just a fundraiser.
It's Jayla Ray. I love the Beatles, and I also love boxing. For those of you that don't know, I'm going to be boxing in Creator Clash 3.
Okay, so this is dating it. This is Creator Clash 3. I'm going to be boxing in Creator Clash 3.
In Tampa, Florida, this June 28th. I'm very excited. You can grab your tickets now. In-person tickets are on sale, and pay-per-view tickets are on sale as well. You can go grab pay-per-view tickets now. All proceeds from this event are going to Stand Up to Cancer. So go.
Okay, you can look at this one of two ways. One, their explanation for this shit was horrible. This is not what charity is, right? And even their fighters didn't know when they were making promotional videos that the fucking proceeds weren't going to charity. Or Jayla Ray lied. You can look at it whatever way you want. You can believe whatever you want because she's never going to be honest if she did lie about it. But like, this is promotion for the event that is in contrast to what the actual event was. It's not the viewer's fault they didn't know when the people promoting the fight are misleading them.
A ticket to a raffle, or by bidding on something at an auction, that money ended up going to charity because I just thought that's how it works. If that's not the case, then that's on me. I didn't know. The event itself is for profit, but there's a charity partner and fundraising around the event, and during it, encourages people to donate, even if they pirate or don't want to watch. And again, I get it. Like, pay-per-view is a dying model in the combat sports business, and pirating is a massive issue across every single combat sport. It's no secret that people pirate events. Like, it's bad. The UFC has a card this Saturday that I can almost guarantee is going to be pirated by the 12 or 13 to...
Dude, oh, and Anisa's just fucking retreading the piracy point. You literally can't win with her. She just constantly lies. She's allergic to giving any truths at all. What the
and
fuck?
again, I get it. Like, pay-per-view is a dying...
Wait,
itself kept going to charity because I just thought that's how it worked. If that's not the case, then
Wade, why are you backing down? Why are you just giving that to her?
that's on me. I didn't know. The event itself is for profit, but there's a charity partner and fundraising around the event.
Yeah, so it's not.
Nicholas!
Oh my
the
god,
goat.
bro.
Thank you for the $5.
Also,
my man.
Anisa left the event. Why is a video from 3 hours ago getting Anisa's clarification on how it runs? Why is she speaking on behalf of the event after she left the event? Why is she giving him any information about this at all whatsoever? That's like super counterproductive to people who are no longer affiliated with the event.
And during it...
Do the new owners know that Anisa is trying to run PR after leaving the fucking event?
Encourages people to donate, even if they pirate or don't want to watch. And again...
Oh, guys, we chose to make our event not fucking charity and for profit. That way, if people still want to support charity, they can just fucking donate and they could still steal our event. There's no one on planet Earth who stole a charity boxing event who will steal it again, but then send you $10 to cancer. There is no one who would fit under that fucking, that doesn't exist. That archetype isn't in the game. Okay? The designers haven't coded that yet.
And I get it, like, pay-per-view is a dying model in the combat sports
She's an obsessed control freak? Great, she should start a fucking charity boxing event.
business, and pirating is a massive issue across
Yeah, hey guys, in case you didn't want to pay to watch the event, you could just pay to not watch the event, yeah.
every single combat sport. It's no secret that people pirate events. Like, it's bad. The UFC has a card.
My YouTube channel is a charity event because you can open up another browser and then donate to the Red Cross. Even better, dude. The definition of charity is apparently using YouTube's fundraising feature, and then every video you do is for charity. As long as there's a huge donate button on the right side of the screen, you're a charity YouTuber. All of the stuff you do, okay, all the proceeds are for charity, apparently.
Card this Saturday that I can almost guarantee is going to be pirated by...
Why are you criticizing me? I've got like the battered woman shelter on the right side of my screen here, so you can't disagree with anything I have to say. This video is literally for charity.
12 or 13 to 30 mark, a lot of people that understand how to use the internet are just going to bypass any paywall to get the content they want because it's easier and it's cheaper.
And those people are not going to send you money, okay? You're delusional if you think the people who are pirating your event are hankering to to pay directly for fucking charity.
It works. They said we switched to a charity format for two reasons. One, and the biggest reason in my opinion, the event isn't a moneymaker, clearly with pirating and the slow decline in interest in YouTube boxing.
Oh my god, bro.
Fair. We knew
it's not a profitable event, dude. All the other people who host like professional fighting events or whatever, they're just getting lucky.
if we kept the format the same, we weren't going to guarantee any money for charity. This shelters the charity and ensures they are the #1 priority rather than waiting on us to break even to see if we can get any money.
You know, you could just do that. The funniest part of this whole thing is none of her answers explain why the proceeds can't go to charity. It just tells you, hey, we set up a separate donation button, but none of that explains why it's not a combined effort from both sides of it. It just seems like a way for them to pocket money. You can absolutely do that thing you're saying, but it doesn't explain why you're now removing the charity component from your boxing event.
So it makes enough sense. Like, we want to give to charity regardless if we make money on this event or not. That's fair. I just think that it would have been better communicated had it been said this way in the beginning, which makes
it is not fair, by the way. I fully disagree with what Wade is saying here.
sense, by the way. My whole thing was, why is it now
What's the
that
name
we
of
are
the
figuring all
guy,
this out and that
Keemstar
people
Orbiter?
are figuring
Nick
all this out? I think
Oreo.
if this was the message.
Mr. Oreo.
Part of it's them.
Nick, you literally did that with CC2. You pirated and donated. Please post a Mudahar apology.
Guys, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's actually true. I actually did do that. Dude, I'm the only one in history who ever did this. Holy fuck, dude. I got mogged. I'm also not sorry. I never did that. I'm gaslighting you, and it's your fault because you guys are hyper fixated, so it's your fault, dude.
Messaging from the beginning of the way they wanted to restructure 3 after #2 lost money. They went, hey, you know what?
I told you that's what I was going to do in the previous segment, all right? Did I lie? No, you lied because I'm gaslighting you.
But we want to put this event on again. and we want to make sure that we right the wrong.
Wait, so you're telling me right now the reason why Anisa Jomha switched to this was because I was the singular person who had done this, and then she thought, wait, maybe a lot of people would like to donate direct to charity. Keep in mind though, even whilst I did that, I would never support a Tiltify link associated with her event. I would go around the Tiltify link as well. I would never give a charity event money if her name gets any credit for it.
Wrongs or the mistakes from Creator Clash number 2, and here's how we're going to do it. I think that people would have gotten behind that a lot more because it was clear and communicative and just a better way.
So I ruined a charity event. This is, dude, it's like Walter White. It's like, no, you don't understand. This is all about me.
Way of telling people, hey, we're really going to try here to fix this mistake. We feel terrible about.
We tried so hard to fix the mistake, we just gave up.
What happened and some of the things that maybe they misguided themselves in.
I don't know. I love you, but why did you say whilst like that? I don't know, dude. That's how you say it.
Believing in some of the things they were spending money on and just a complete mismanagement of funds and finger pointing and just a lot of the things that were the reason number 2 didn't work. The second reason we needed investors this year because we are behind the scenes very confident we cannot make our money back on the.
Dude, I can't believe this, dude. This is actually, behind the scenes, we are very confident that we will not make our money back. We are running this event to lose. This kind of gives some credence to, like, the argument that, like, they knew the event would fail and they sabotaged it. Not that I think that that's true based off of what we heard here, but I don't know why. Like, this is the boxing promoters equivalent to Alana Pierce getting on the camera and saying, hey, I'm really excited for boxing. I've been training really hard. My opponent's gonna fucking beat me half to death. I'm gonna get the shit beaten out of me, but it's for charity, so it's fine, right? When the fighters don't even pretend to be competitive with each other for the boxing event. This is the same shit. Like, oh, I'm the boxing promoter who's promoting us to lose money.
Event. We'll be lucky to break even. Investors were willing to invest for exposure in the hopes that maybe in a few years anti-pirating would get better or interest would pick up. Investors are willing to take that risk. We can't. We aren't rich like that. We can't soak another $250,000 loss. That is what you call communication. And you know what? It makes a level of sense. Because yeah, even if it is a specific charity event, unless you have the means to...
Okay, I put fucking whilst into translate. All right, let's hear how you fucking say it.
Whilst.
Whilst. There it is.
Whilst.
Okay, dude. You guys are just gaslighting me.
There's a ton of money, which it shouldn't even get to that point, quite frankly. Like, if you're going to put an event on like this, you need to have investors on board before you even start the planning process. Like, that's just point blank period. I know that's sometimes a little bit fairy dust because how do you convince investors about something that they can't see and they don't know that they're going to make their money back on, or they're not willing to put that money up for?
By the way, if the investors saw this, the people who put money into this event, would they be happy if the fucking former owner is saying we knew we wouldn't be able to make, like, that this event won't be profitable? Wouldn't that harsh the relationship that they have with this investor? Wouldn't that harm it? I doubt the investor wants to hear that we're like we might not even get our money back, dude. That is crazy. Who the fuck is the investor for this event? I think they'd be very interested.
Just point blank period. I know that's sometimes a little bit fairy dust because how do you convince investors?
Is Dark Viper EU a virgin? No, I am not. Why would so many people be Googling that?
Yeah, the new owners must be so fucking mad when they hear this. I mean, the new owners deserve it because they're also kind of the old owners. At least the Real Good Touring assholes are literally part of the reason why we're here.
They can't see.
Real Good Touring is not a good alternative to Anisa and Ian. I just want to be very fucking frank with you. Those guys are the pieces of shit who are working with the other idiots. The lunatics are still very much running the asylum.
You could have milked that so much harder. Big content strategy problems here, Nick. I'll help you maximize your money, all right?
And they don't know that they're going to make their money back on, or they're
real good touring, dude. The UK people have come.
They're not willing to put that money up for exposure or anything else, but that's kind of the game when it comes to a startup or investing in something that isn't necessarily proven. Even though Creator Clash 1 kind of was proven. Like, you saw there was a way to do this. So I just think that when I look back at it, it looks like, even from the communication I got there, which was very helpful and I appreciate, that there wasn't this level of thinking that went into the second one, which bit them in the ass, leading to the third one being harder to get people behind. And I think part of even going forward with the third one without having either investors, which I assume they did get some, but not having a guarantee.
No, it's heavy on investors. They got somebody to front the money, as far as I'm aware, right? Like, the investors are the only reason why this event can happen again. That was what was delivered by at least Harley.
Try to pay for all the expenses around it and still find a way to give that money to charity is why they were having a little bit of an issue. And then we add in all the drama.
Well, God's chosen children didn't have to run a charity event if they weren't able to do it. You just don't do it. If you can't do charity right, maybe you just don't do it.
We add in all the other bullshit that came out of this, which has gone so far out of the way. It's gone completely crazy. It's opened my eyes to things that go, holy shit, this goes even further than I can have imagined. But at least there's some...
You know what? There's one thing I can find solace in, is that they had to cancel the gala this year. They weren't able to do the gala. That's the only good thing that we could say here, is they were forced within weeks of the event happening to cancel the gala. Something they should have done last year.
Communication there that clears up any of the confusion I had on how things were structured and why things went a certain way. I just kind of didn't understand it, and quite frankly, some of it I still don't, like how you lose as much money as they lost on the second Creator Clash, and the thought process behind why you would make some of the decisions that were made. But I want to say, luckily, but now publicly, there's new information that came out today on the H3.
The goat. Thank you for the $5, my man.
Got laid off recently. Sorry, dude. I hope you have good luck getting back on your feet. Maybe I should sign up for Creator Clash 3 to process my emotions.
Podcast, H3 had on Idubbbz head boxing coach. I believe his name is Michael.
Oh no, dude. Oh, wait. So Anisa wrote him and said, hey, let me clear all this up, right? And he's like, okay, I'll put this in an update video. So she probably was sleeping good knowing that Wade was going to come out here and correct his previous arguments. And then he's like, all right, next thing, the boxing coach came on, mauled them, said that fucking Ian smelled like shit. And made a ton of Dude, Anisa is probably seething right now, dude. Her Karen hair has gone Super Saiyan.
And this is kind of the stuff that I'm interested in,
dude, you know all that other shit? Fuck that. That was boring. This is what I'm interested in. Let's talk about all the embarrassing shit.
Behind the scenes planning for the event and the boxing side of this. This is something that I love in the pro wrestling game. I love in UFC and other combat sports. I like the business of sports. And he had some things to say here that were,
Dude, she got a verbal concussion from this fucking... Dude.
Kind of shocked.
Dude, she got so much whiplash, she's got concussions.
Thank you for the $5.
But at the same time, make a lot of sense as to why things keep getting worse for Creator Clash and how just mismanaged this whole thing has become. So let's take a look at some of these clips here. So here is Mike, Idubbbz' former coach, revealing that Ian and Anisa flew out a bunch of influencers and paid for an entire hotel for 300 plus of them.
Dude. All right, so that's the segment with Anisa where she explained the charity aspect. Anyway, here's the trainer saying that they flew out a shitload of YouTubers off the charity's dime. Oh my god, this is catastrophic.
Plus parties for Creator Clash number 2. I told you guys, if you were around, I don't know if we got into the video for the last one, but I said this on live stream that there...
Holy shit, what a transition.
There were influencers there, or at least people that look like influencers there.
Oh my god.
That I didn't understand, why they were there. And I also had heard from people that the entire hotel had been rented out. Someone on my stream on the last one had said, did you see the Hasan guy there? And I said, I did. I remember seeing him, a bunch of pro wrestlers too, because John Morrison was there, but you could just see there were people, and this was after the fight, at our hotel, and I just chalked it up to people coming out to the event or, being super supportive or whatever. Turns out, that may not have been the reason they were there. Let's take a look.
The details that you guys shared with me. For example, one being that
Bro.
I think it was you, Kate, that mentioned that he and Anisa did in fact pay for Hasan and all of his compadres to travel to and stay at Creator Clash 2.
Yes. Yeah, so they were talking about that long before, about how they had to fly in all these people. First of all, they rented the hotel for over 300 creators and flew a lot of them in. When the first year it was much more scaled back. We just had a couple.
Listen, actually, I'm gonna put an open question here. Anisa, send me an email, please. Either email, I'll write back to you. I'll keep it DL. I won't leak it. Listen, I get all this intel. I don't put it out, all right? I got a couple of questions for you. I just want to talk, I just want to talk to her. All right? Anonymous, unless you say I can post it publicly, all right? I got some questions I want to know. And if you say, oh, well, why would Anisa be watching all these streams, dude? Going back, early story, we were talking shit about Creator Clash in our private group chat with Keemstar. It was a group chat with me, Turkey Tom, Optimus, bunch of bigger YouTubers as well. We were all sitting in a group chat laughing at how Creator Clash 2 was bombing. So somebody leaked our group chat about a year later. The Salvo Pancakes guy who ended up leaking my phone number and shit leaked the entire group chat going back as far as he could scroll. And there were 3 YouTubers who even acknowledged it. Anisa Jomha was lighting up Keem's DMs, bro, immediately. as soon as this shit dropped, she just started fucking scrolling and going through all the messages, getting mad at them, asking questions like why we said this and why we said that. And she went absolutely apeshit. So again, there are a lot of YouTubers who watch these live streams. Anisa Jomha is 100% one of them. So if you're watching right now or you're watching the VOD, shoot me an email. I would love to clarify some points. I do not want to take you out of context. I don't want to say anything wrong. So I would love to get my my I's crossed and my T's dotted, ma'am. Send me an email.
Couple floors of like some place, like a nice sweet place, but it wasn't extravagant at all. And then the second year,
she's watching Red Bar, guys. She's watching the streams. I guarantee she's watching the streams. If she's watching the coverage from Red Bar, that's not even on. I don't even know if is it on YouTube. I don't even know if it's originally on YouTube. I think he streams off-site and puts clips here. All right, if she's watching Red Bar, she's watching us.
Reminds me a lot of Kingpin, an event that I worked directly after.
Okay, I just had a fucking flashback. Kingpin is a boxing event that happened. I was thinking of the Killstream Kingpin Invitational, where like Flamenco, like his fucking career took a nosedive after that stream. Do you guys remember the Killstream Kingpin Invitational? Ethan Ralph's live streamed bowling event where they rented out a bowling alley.
Reminds me a lot of Kingpin, an event that I worked directly after Creator Clash number 2. I remember we flew from Florida to the UK to prepare for Kingpin, and this reminds me of exactly the problems that happened there. We got to the UK to do the Kingpin tournament, and the company and the promotion had rented out this amazing hotel. Everybody's meals were comped no matter how much you spent. There was no like stipend for a meal. There was no limit on things. People were eating so much fucking food.
Oh, is the argument that Kingpin was out there and it felt exactly the same?
Food, and just charging it to the room, charging it to the promoter. And again, this is a little different, but you started to hear about the fighters' purses that were on the Kingpin card.
Oh, wait, did the Kingpin money end up not going to the fighters? Was that the one? I forgot what event just didn't pay out.
There were people making $500,000 here, people making this amount. And then you start to see the entourages of people like Blueface, who was on that card, brought his entire family, close family, friends, security, homeboys, managers. It was a madhouse. And they were just spending money needlessly on things that were nonsensical. And me and you know, my buddy Faith.
I don't know if that was the Kingpin one. I know one of these events, or at least two of these events, they were just people never getting paid.
Sensei, who actually commentated the first Creator Clash with me, kind of looked at each other and went, oh, this is going to end bad. These people are just spending. There's no thought process as to like, is there a cap on spending? Because this is going to get out of hand, and someone is going to get left holding this bag. Now, granted, Kingpin was so much worse. They lost so much money. I want to say they lost millions of dollars. Like, it was so bad. I almost think it was some form of money laundering for whoever the investor was. It was that bad. But the point still remains. If you
know, every time an event loses money, the first thought is money laundering. And I don't know if I blame them.
You are needlessly spending on things like an entire hotel, which this guy Mike here is correct. And I met this guy. He was a nice dude. Every interaction I had with him. But he's right.
Anisa wouldn't be the first one to go to war with Nick's chat. Yeah, the last time that we had someone in here going to war with chat, just fighting them the entire stream, was Rosanna Pansino. Rosanna Pansino showed up halfway through a stream and then like left when the fucking music came on because she was fighting with every chatter.
Right. The first Creator Clash, it was at the
Oh, Harley did that too, yeah.
University of Southern Florida. And they had, I forgot what it was called, the Yingling Center, right? That was the college basketball center, 10,000 people, where the University of Southern Florida plays, the Bulls. But the hotel, I don't remember if it was on campus or where it was, but it was nice. It wasn't like a rundown hotel, but it was a massive hotel. And
It was what? Holy shit, chat, what?
And you know what else is massive?
Okay.
What Mike is saying there's correct. They rented out a couple of different floors, and that was really it. That's what a normal fight event would do, unless you're the UFC or the Ring Magazine, where you're somebody that either has the money or has been in this business long enough to understand how booking events is just as much of a money-making process as it is a let's not spend needlessly process, right? Yes, we want to make money, but we also want to spend as little as we can to make things comfortable for our fighters, our coaches, and also put on an event that's going to make money.
And it sounds like Ian and Anisa learned that lesson, probably didn't, because they don't really act like
I always do the possible.
Especially when you add in the idea that the money that was being made on the second Creator Clash was directly...
Oh, is he going to transition to the fact that they were down 500K?
Going
allegedly before the event even happened?
To go to charity. That was the only money that was going to go to charity. So all these expenses before the fights, before the event even starts, like the entire hotel being rented out, like flying your YouTube friends out to the event that don't have any real participation in the event, that their only reason to be there is so that you guys can mingle. They're not making you any money. They're not donating to charity to come. You're buying their ticket for a flight, which I don't know these people, but if they are these big YouTubers, were they paying for first class flights? How many of these people came? What was the reason they were there other than, again, just to mingle and be there? And you're paying for their hotel. It's not a good look. I don't remember where we saw the clip, but maybe it was on H3. They wanted to make this a, you know, I don't know what the term was, but like a VidCon.
I know where you saw it. Yeah, they wanted a VidCon alternative with a charity aspect. I know where you saw it.
Type of thing.
It was me.
But for creator boxing. And
So wait, do you think that Anisa fired off a fucking email to Wade being like, here, this is actually fucking totally incorrect. I can't believe you boosted that malicious liar, Nicholas DeOrio. Wade, listen, Wade. Wade, the people gotta know.
That's great. That's a lofty goal to have. Have everyone come in, but they need to come in on their own accord. You don't need to pay for them to stay in the hotel because they're not contributing anything to your event.
They did that full hotel for 300 creators. They flew a lot of people in. One of the people they flew in was Froggy Tonic, and they flew him in from France.
That's insane.
And Froggy had told us that he was there to salvage the documentary. Yeah. And that was super.
Is this a real fucking tweet? An IRL just sent me a fucking tweet. Is there really Anisa talking about her 9/11 moment? Is that real? Hold on. Anisa Jomha 9/11. I think she's a pathological liar. I don't believe it's real. Oh my god. What is happening right now? Chat, I don't think this happened. It might have happened. Just to be clear, it might have happened. Someone just sent me this tweet. After 9/11, a man chased my family down the street screaming at us because we were in hijabs. It took my mom removing her hijab and getting in the guy's face to get him to leave us alone. He said, sorry, I didn't realize you weren't one of them. My mom is a convert. Innocent lives lost is horrible. I admire the heroes who sprung into action. It was a horrible day, but life-changing for Arabs, East Indians, and hijabs everywhere thanks to ignorance. I don't think that this happened. Oh, maybe it did. Maybe this happened. This seems like my mom stopped him. My strong, independent mother stopped him while my dad was flabbergasted, and the entire bus that was driving by clapped. They all clapped in unison, and they yelled, Anisa Jomha Kanda forever. You know, like this is just like this just seems like a tall tale. Maybe it happened. I don't know. Dude, Anisa Kanda forever.
Super offensive to us because we're like,
not in
Is
Canada.
Dark Viper EU a virgin?
What do you mean
No,
salvage the
I'm
documentary?
not.
And he
Why
said his
would
job
so
was to
many
go
people be googling that?
around and like film Anisa having interactions with everyone. So we didn't know if that meant they were going to make the second documentary about how, or the actual documentary about how like Anisa was responsible for the event, because she did put a lot of work in for the first event and she did put a lot of work in for the second, but at the same time, in the first event, she didn't get credit for it. So she felt like she deserved all the credit. So I think that's why they paid Froggy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I should fucking sue Anisa. I gotta be honest with you. She just stole my New Yorker, my New Yorker, privilege. Yeah, she's fucking skinwalking the New Yorkers, dude.
Film her and follow her around for the second event. But yeah, they flew in a lot of people.
We should sue her for impersonating a New Yorker.
They rented out the whole hotel for 300 creators, and when we asked them if Ian's dad was going to be there because he was there for the first event, they said they couldn't afford to fly Ian's dad in. It was too expensive.
Yeah, man. Listen, this is not.
She's like, I'm skinwalking here. Forget about it.
A video for me to sit back and point the finger and holier than thou people. But what are we doing? I don't know who Froggy Tonic is. It sounds like a drink I'd order at the fucking bar. I don't know who that is, but if you wanted to film a documentary, and Michael said it was disrespectful to them, I don't know why. If you wanted to film a documentary, Ian is a YouTuber. There's no way that there was not people who they knew that were here based either close to them or in the United States or fuck in Florida that they could get to film this, right? Or just work with the production company that's
they got 2 people to film it and 0 documentary. That's another thing. 2 people did film this event, and I guess supposedly handed over footage. Nothing.
On the event. To me, it doesn't make sense. The cameras, the equipment, these things are still there. You can ask the people, I don't know what it's called, good event something, the production side of this.
It's fun hearing non-chronically online people talk about it. Yeah, 100%, dude.
Sure,
this is what a normie thinks about Creator Clash. And I really am happy that we do have perspective like that.
It could have helped. But these are things where you could have cut costs and it would have been no different. And it would not have contributed to the event doing worse. This would have actually helped the event do better. Regardless if you know, what they're saying about making Anisa look better, I don't really care about any of that, but you just have to think logically, like, is this going to help meet the goal that we want to do, which is to raise money for charity. Because if it doesn't,
Dude, at the end, after they make all the money for charity, they're like, guys, great, we hit the goal. You guys have earned another goal. And they just have like a second boxing event back to back and everyone claps.
then again, you're shooting yourself in the foot. And maybe you're okay with that, but this is why people would get upset.
It's pretty sad. And Froggy Tonic told me directly, because I met him at the hotel, right, where we were all staying at in Tampa for CC2. And he was like, oh, you're the videographer that has all the content of Ian sparring. And I said, yes, I'm super excited. I've been waiting for this documentary, but it never came out. So I heard that you're taking it over now and you're going to help with the editing. And that's when Froggy Tonic told me that, yeah, Ian and Anisa brought out his whole crew from France.
His whole crew?
His
I think it was
crew.
just him.
Well, he had a few people that were holding the cameras, his camera guys. Because the interesting thing was that usually when like someone is a videographer, they would be the one filming most of the time. But it was interesting to me that
He was just directing?
Yeah, he was more directing.
What this fucking guy thinks he's Spielberg?
Scorsese.
What the
Guys, listen, I need a better shot, okay? Get the woman out of the frame.
Nicholas!
I'm making
the
fucking
goat.
art
Thank you
here.
for the $5, my
What's
man.
going on? Fly out who you want to fly out. Put importance on things that you value. But again, I have to keep reiterating
Hey,
this.
thank you
At
for
the end of the
the
day, your value system will be shown in the things that you do to either contribute toward or take away from the final goal, which is charity, right? And yes, that means that the founders and the people...
Well, no, the final goal is profit. That's, like, infinitely true. You can't just say... In defense of we're taking a percentage of the profit or a percentage of the revenue or whatever the fuck they're taking a percentage of, right? You can't defend that by saying, well, in our defense, we thought the event would lose money. Therefore, who cares how much we'd take? We're not going to get any of it. No, that's not... It's like when Idubbbz says, he goes, you're mad at this 34% thing, but you have to realize we thought the event was going to fail. And, like, if we made that money, you can trust us, we would have donated it to charity. It's like, no. That's ridiculous. Why would... And you know, if he did donate that money to charity, it would be like that he donated personal funds
Big
too. He wouldn't be like, yeah, this was the money that would have went to
I'll be
charity
maximizing
anyway, but we
money,
made
right?
sure it came out of our pocket. Yeah. It's if it hits your bank account, you're a piece of shit. 100%.
They're going to lose a lot of money regardless if it doesn't do well. But when you make decisions that are detrimental to you even getting to that point, that falls in your lap. All the other stuff that you can't control, that's one thing. But this kind of stuff is like, what are we doing? You know, this is not where you need to be spending things. There's no other reason to do it unless they are contributing. And that's the cold, hard truth, no matter how you want to spend it. Otherwise, you're just doing it for, again, personal means. And I don't think that doesn't make sense.
You dress nicely for the guy.
Dude, Drama Alert Nation, now over 2,690,000 subscribers.
I love that there would be pictures and such.
Yeah, we found out it was a red carpet event that they flew Getty images in for. So
Dude, gotta get Getty out there, bro. We gotta take as many shots of Frogan as possible.
they straight up flew Getty images to take pictures for the event. But
yeah, they're the only... Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, when we asked them about it, and I said, hey, is there a gala? And they said, oh, you guys, don't even worry about it. You don't have to go to that. And I said, what? This is what Anisa said. And I said, what? And I said, well, some of the sponsors...
Dude, socialism is when no Getty images.
got invited. And she said, I don't know how they got on that list. They weren't supposed to be on the list. And in my mind, I'm like, Ian had invited them. He sent them the email personally.
What
right?
a disgusting human being she seems to be. I'm sorry.
Oh, she didn't want any of us there. She only wanted like creators there or people that would, I guess, make her feel like she could get more clout. So she told us we didn't have to come to the event. She doesn't know why we would want to be at the event. And I said, what's the event for? Yeah. And she said, and it's a award show. And
Dude,
I said,
my favorite Hasan Piker quote of all time is like, socialism is about, like, what is it now? Fuck. Oh, I just completely forgot. It was like, socialism is about when you make more money. Dude, I wish I had that on me, bro. Socialism is when you make more money.
what are the awards for? And she said, they're awards for the boxing. And I said, why wouldn't his coach want to be there? Why wouldn't his team want to be there? I was like, that makes no sense. So everybody else, all the other coaches.
This entire thing
I forgot my favorite quote.
First off,
Yeah, dude, I'm getting owned right now. I literally forgot my favorite quote.
I didn't go to the gala. Myself, shout out to Christian. We were on a plane the next day to the UK. So we didn't go to any gala, but even the gala idea itself, if this is what I'm talking about, this was after the fight, I think. I went to the pre-fight thing, which was like a little mixer type of thing. I don't really know. But just this idea of having a gala, there's nothing wrong with it, right? A thank you to the fighters, to their coaches, to the people that put on the event. That's a great idea. That's a fun thing to have. And if you've already spent the money to rent out the hotel for the weekend anyway, then fine, whatever. But it does feel, again, like it's a part of this personal side of whatever, you know. If it's
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. I think this is just like, It's obvious what's happening here, and I think he knows it's obvious what's happening here, and I think the whole chat knows it's obvious what's happening here. It's really hard to defend these people.
Anisa, if it's Ian, if it's whoever, wanted to have this side thing attached to what was a charity event, right? And I say charity because no charities end up getting money out of this because, again, at least partly due to these kinds of decisions, like spending on a gala, spending on these kind of things for people that are not affiliated with the event to come to the gala, like the Wrangler denims and the
like the way fucking bigger arena that they couldn't fill.
Fucking Pokemanes and the Hasan Abis and these.
I don't think Pokemon was there.
These YouTubers and Twitch streamer people that had no other affiliation with the event other than like, those are people we want to be friends with. So that again is just a little bit of a confusing decision to me. Again, if it's your money, then do what you want with it. But just realize that when there is a massive loss, and charities aren't given money and people are upset about that, they are going to look at stuff like this and they're going to point to it and they're going to say, this didn't make sense. You shouldn't have done this. It was a terrible financial decision and it could have impacted either you not losing as much money or potentially having some to then give to charity, which is the whole thing I keep coming back to with this. Why even do some of this stuff? Again, other than personal reasons. Do what you want, I guess, but like, you have to know that it doesn't make sense.
Which is I talked to, I said, hey.
Brutal, dude. Ugh, dude, I love this fucking drama. Maybe you guys are fucking getting bored of this. I'm loving every minute of it.
Did you guys know about the gala? They said, yeah. I said, did you bring a suit for it?
Yeah, did you bring a suit? No, actually, they said that we can't, come.
And all had freaking like 3-piece suits with like kerchiefs and everything. I had sweatpants. I'm like,
oh, dude, that's so messed up. Why? It's like you're the guy connected with the event organizers, and they're explicitly excluding you guys.
I know why. I honestly believe that the reason why Ian and Anisa excluded us and did not want us to know about the gala is because we're both very professional, we're both very direct, and very transparent. If they told us that they were going to throw a huge gala after the fight and it was going to cost a ton of money, we would have asked them, why are you doing this?
Yeah,
because Anisa already told us, she shared with us.
We would have told them, hey, yeah, this is like a horrible idea. Why are you doing this?
Negative, was it 500K already?
Yeah,
negative 500K already. Look at fucking Wade's face, bro. Look at his fucking face.
Whoa, hold on.
500K?
Before the fucking event? Yeah, that's true. That's crazy.
Before the event goes down, you've already invested 500K into this thing. And again, hoping to recoup that back. Like you
did you invested more than 500K. But like, that means pre-sale isn't good.
I highly doubt they spent that much the first time. Before the event went down, I highly doubt that they, specifically them, spent 500K by themselves on all the expenses for number one. Because there weren't that many. There was no...
Oh, here's the quote. Listen. Oh, fuck, dude. Wait, now it's not going to work, bro. It literally just played.
Socialism, unironically, is about making sure that you make more money. They said, this is no holds barred.
I love that quote. That is my favorite Hasan Piker quote. Socialism is unironically when you make more money, dude. I wish the visuals were working, bro. I'd put it on the screen. Holy shit, dude. Wow.
Gala, there was no hotel rented out completely.
Socialism, unironically, is about making sure that you make more money.
Oh, dude, if the visuals start working, I'll show it to you. I don't know why it's not. Maybe if I save this now and I open it up again as like a recent file. I've shown this before on stream, like the scrapped Hasan Piker video intro.
20,000 seat.
Here, let me try loading it one more time. Filter broken. Yeah, this was from years ago, dude. Final comp. Oh, maybe the final comp just isn't there. Maybe that's what it is. Like the visuals are gone. That could be the problem.
Nicholas,
there was none
the goat.
There was no
Thank you for the
flying out whoever the fuck
man.
to come to this thing. There wasn't as much of that, at least to my knowledge. And there was a lot more interest, obviously. And again, a lot more people bought the pay-per-view and X, Y, and Z. But damn! And again, these two, everybody can be right in retrospect, and everybody can Monday morning quarterback this thing. But yeah, they're making sense. I don't know about their personal relationship with them and Anisa and Ian, but if you told me this stuff beforehand, because I didn't know there was a gala. To be fair, I'm a little aloof when it comes to these things. I just need to be told where to be and what time to be there. But I didn't know they were renting out the whole hotel. I didn't know there was a gala. I didn't know they were inviting their...
Yeah, you know who didn't know that? The people who bought tickets thinking all their money was going to fucking charity, dude. It's a shame. Oh, man. I love this. I love this for us, chat. Holy shit, dude.
their friends to come out. I, just like I did to Kingpin, would have said something and going, hey, there probably needs to be a lot less spending here because if you want to make this a mainstay, you're about to lose a shit ton of money. And it's going to affect every event after. And again, that's easy for me to say now, but still, I think anybody that understood how the fight business worked, at least on a macro level, would have told them the same thing. And you know, this Michael guy seems to have been around long enough. He's a fucking coach, for God's sakes, to know that this was needless.
Thank you.
Say that again. Say that again.
They were negative 500K before the event.
Yes.
So going up to the event with the ticket sales and the PPV sales, they had when the event started, they knew they were down $500,000.
Yes. Keep in mind that they moved to a bigger venue and they sold a lot of tickets. But before,
yeah, it wasn't a total failure. It's not like they didn't sell any tickets. They just didn't sell as many as they needed to sell, along with as many pay-per-views. And the million, again, nobody can tell me where the million numbers of pay-per-views came from. That were like pirated ones. How do they know that anywhere from like fucking 1 to like 3 million people pirated the fight? Like, where is that metric coming from? Why is it so wide? Who is the one who's like giving him this? I guess this any of this. Like, where is this coming from?
Before the event had started, they said we're fine. So the reason we found this out was because I wanted Ian to start doing 2 training sessions a day. And I said, Ian, you need to start doing 2-a-days. And he was like, why should I do 2-a-days? And I told him, I was like, Ian, you're not good at boxing, man. My brand is at stake. So you need to do 2-a-days. That's what pro boxers do.
Now, again,
dude, my whole reputation is at stake. I could be fucked if you don't just do what I've told you. Holy shit.
Michael telling Ian that he is not a good boxer and that he needs to train more, that's the message, right? That is the message.
He's like, you're not my
dad! Very bluntly there, like, you're not good at boxing and my brand is at stake because when I train a fighter and they don't look great or they don't perform well, that in turn reflects on me. Number one, I will say that is what you got yourself into. Training an influencer is not as easy as training a pro athlete or a pro fighter because they don't pick up the sport well. Coach Michael should have some understanding there, right? Like, yes, he's not going to look like a pro fighter. That's something every coach that comes into the influencer boxing scene
yeah, but he could have looked a hell of a lot better, as we saw on Fight Night. He could have done more.
Should know that, yeah, your brand is at stake, but you're not.
It's not that he just performed badly. It's that he just ate punches. He just sits there and gets punched in the face. That's like a fundamental issue.
Turn chicken shit
him not knowing that he's gonna gas when everyone tells him he's gonna gas, that's an issue.
Chicken soup with every single person that you train that's never boxed before. In fact, it's probably gonna be more like lighter chicken shit. Like, it's not gonna be great. It's just not. I'm not good. I can't box really like that. Like, I can move around and I can, throw some punches, but I'm not a good boxer. But you get what you can get out of the person, and this is why, yeah, okay, Coach Mike should understand that, but if he is encouraging his fighter to train more, then that also makes sense because he's being real. He's being honest with his fighter. He is being blunt. He's being a little bit forward with it, but that is what you have to do if someone's not getting it, if they're not understanding the severity of the situation.
Yeah, yes. And then I told him, I said, my brand is on the line. I said, you can go back to YouTube. My whole life is fighting and coaching fighters. And I'm like, so if you don't have a good performance, that's going to look bad on me. After the first event, for the first event, he didn't do any of his cardio. So that's why I ended up gassing out so bad.
That's also not a good thing. Like, not listening to your coach when he's telling you to do things.
Yeah, I'm glad he included that because that's just like, that's a no-brainer.
Good. I would have, again, just to push back a little bit on the coach here, I would have said something more to the effect of, if you don't do what I'm telling you to do, you can get seriously hurt. Like, making it around his brand and, I have to go back and do that, that's probably not the best way to communicate with your fighter because they want to know that you care. They want to know that the reason that you're invested in this is because you want to.
Yeah, but that is what he kind of said when he was like, oh, we've got to spar and we've got to spar now, That's that's part of that.
Invested, not just to build a brand or whatever else. And I don't know that the coach meant it that way, but that's what BJ would tell me. Listen, if you aren't doing the things I'm telling you to do...
Yeah, and also this is being told on a podcast. We don't know the exact wording, verbiage, and shit that he said at the actual time.
You're gonna get hurt, and I don't want you to get hurt, so do it the way I'm telling you to do it, or else you are going to get hurt. Do the things I tell you to do. And BJ didn't have to convince me of that. I was with it. But the point being, if your coach, in this case for Ian, is telling you need more work, then you probably should listen because he has more...
His coach didn't hold his hand and buy him ice cream? Well, yeah, because then he wouldn't have, he wouldn't have mistook him for his dad.
Experience doing this than you ever will. And if you're just blowing him off, then you probably are going to deserve whatever punishment you get on fight. That's just the reality.
Well, he went and told Anisa that I told him my brand was at stake. So the next day she comes into the gym super mad. And she's like, our brand is at stake. We're $500,000 in the hole right now.
I wish I knew that. I wish I knew that at that time. I think a lot of the
I gotta say, I'm really happy that Anisa constantly just fucking says whatever is on her mind at any given moment. Because it leads to so much funny content for everybody else to react to and watch.
Would have liked to have known that. I don't think none of them needed to be in the dark about that,
For sure.
Completely.
That's I mean, again, did I need to know it? No. I'm there. I'm not
I just
getting
saw
paid to
Captain
do whatever.
Sweet,
I'm just doing whatever I'm asked. But the
Nicholas
fighters,
DeOrio.
yeah, of course, that would be a good idea for them to have known. Because they've committed time to this. And if they're worried about potentially getting paid for their training camp, or is the charities that they've promised to their fans even going to be paid out because they're attaching their names and their brands to this thing? And if they knew before the thing even went down that Anisa and Ian were already $500,000 in the hole, that they're probably going to go, oh, hell no, I'm not going to be a part of this. This is going to blow up in everybody's face, right? And that would have been a whole other issue, obviously, but still, you would like to know, and this is, again, reminding me of Kingpin, how we almost got to fight night without anyone, and no, we got to fight night and people didn't get paid because they didn't make money.
All right, I think we get most of this video. This is kind of a retread and all the stuff we watched the other day. Wade Plem, you can watch the rest of it on his channel, Wade's World. He's got 2 videos on this. I am glad we checked it out, though, because I was unaware. Ooh, views just popped up. Nice. I was unaware that he had, like, a conversation with Anisa. Again, Anisa, email me. I will talk to you about this, Anisa. I will absolutely have a chat with you privately without leaking anything, because I need to get the information. I gotta know. I'm hungry for more information, and Nick's gonna feed.